Pull the lever, Kronk.
Pull the lever.
Rock lever!
I love that.
All right.
I did not see my battery.
Let's jump into it. So, our story begins.
For the record, your face, like where your head is, completely disappears on the screen.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh, on his, because it's darker. Yeah, it does.
Holy shit.
Terrifying. So, pirate game. Our story begins 600 miles northeast of Nefasto City, in the vast blue rolling ocean waves of the eastern expanse. A solitary ship moves against the wind through these mountains of waves. This ship, as it hails from the Clockwork Cove, does not have any sails or rigging, or masts for that matter. It runs entirely different. It has an engine below deck that propels it through the waves. It does have one mast, I guess. A very tall one, about 30 to 40 feet tall, right in the center of the ship. And on top of it, a crow's nest. Jacob, would you like to describe your character real fast, what we see?
Yeah. Very, rugged pirate clothes, very lots of pockets and utility to it, with a rapier at his hilt and a crossbow on his back. And scratch across the right eye, with a little blind. And he's older. He's getting up there. He's quite old. And that's it.
All right. As you look out around in your nest, you look around and can see far on the horizon. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Great. Expertise on that.
10. You look out on the water at this dusk-esque light. The sun has begun to set a little bit, and you see reflecting where you should see the bits of the coast that you are approaching as you guys are returning to the Clockwork Cove. Instead, you see a thick, billowing, rolling fog cloud moving across the water, about less than a mile up ahead.
I alert everybody about the rolling fog coming in.
Down below, the first mate hears the heave. As the captain is not on deck and you have control of the wheel, why don't you describe your character, Nicole?
Yeah, so, Tabaxi, gray fur with kind of black stripy markings, little missing chunks of the ear, a couple scars here and there, been seafaring and traveling for probably most of her young adult Tabaxi life. She goes and tries to...
Salty, heely, fuzzy kitty lady.
Yeah.
All right. You, the bosun, also hear the call as you are on deck, whipping the men into shape. Go ahead and, Chris, describe your character as well.
Okay, Diego is, as I said, a big boy. He's probably like 6.5 feet tall. He's barrel-chested. His skin is like aquamarine blue. His hair is like dark seaweed green and falls in like ragged mats down his from his scalp, like over his shoulders, and so probably just between his shoulder blades. He's got a long, seaweedy beard as well. Eyes the color of a stormy sea, and he wears, not much. He's got like a kilt made of canvas, like old sailcloth canvas, and jewelry that is just like bits of coral and sea glass and shells, just strung up with like real thick fishing line. Just a few necklaces, some bracelets, some anklets, and he's standing very comfortably in the midst of the crew and looks up. I imagine that Freebird makes like the sound of a ship's whistle when he notifies the crew.
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining. So it just looks up like, something happens at last.
All right. Hearing this whistle by Freebird eventually just kind of seeps below deck. You hear it. And you also hear the rummaging of men crawling up ladders and beginning to go above deck. As you are working on a patient, why don't you describe your character?
Doc Orlog sits 5'6". He's not super huge. His build isn't necessarily anything exceptional, but all of it's obscured. Not a piece of skin is showing. You assume that he's human. You know, they're a he because they don't have any, outwardly feminine traits either, but it's kind of hard to tell. But basically, he sits there and he hears the call, tilts his head slightly, and from underneath his mask, he points his beak towards his patient, who's kind of, I assume, probably not all that comfortable around him.
Oh, no. Just absolutely terrified, eyes wide open.
So, with a pair of scissors, cuts the bandage, ties it up quickly, pats him on the shoulder, and begins moving up deck.
He looks down at him missing a finger.
That's all he gets.
As you move above deck, and the rest of you are just kind of moving around, reacting to this call, the captain emerges from his quarters. You hear the tink, tink of his one metal foot curved as to still allow him to jump, as he is a Harengon, a darker rabbit folk with patches of white, wearing a tricorn hat that totally has holes in it for his ears to stick out of. You also see kind of ostentatious gold and purple leather that he wears, as well as some gloves connected by wires. As he kind of walks out and touches both of his clockwork pistols that sit on his hips. He walks out and looks at the first mate. Belle, what's going on out here?
Well, yes. So Freebird was whistling, and we all came up to see what was going on, what he was trying to signal towards exactly. And that's kind of where you came in.
And he looks up, goes, Freebird, you scurvy bastard! And he makes hand signals at you, essentially saying what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the mimicry thing. I thought about it. No. Basically, there's a giant, thick fog coming in.
Fog. Well, if that's not cover if I've ever seen one. Zudora, I'm sure of it. Full speed ahead, first mate. We're going into that cloud. How about one more little scuffle before we get back to the cove?
Well, you're the boss.
Ready the men. Make way the guns. As
You hear that, man? Mystery on the waves. Beat to quarters.
as all of you rush to your various positions, Doc will say you go to the front of the ship and are looking through the fog cloud, and Belle, you push the lever and feel gears engage and the ship starts to move faster along the water. You breach the edge of the fog cloud. Quickly becomes hard to see. But Doc, just up ahead, you see a silhouette start to form through the fog. Indeed, there is a ship hiding in this fog.
I give the wave and I'll signal that I can see something.
Go ahead and make a perception check while you 8. You peer out and try to gain any more details you can about the boat, but it's just too obscured by the fog. But you do let the captain know, and Verathorn goes, "Ha ha, just as expected. Give 'em hell! No mercy. One more for old time's sake." Go ahead and everyone roll initiative.
Woo!
I get advantage on that.
I fucking don't.
Ooh, 20.
Hey, me too.
Nicole, could you move your drink just slightly? Yes. Well, it's just right in front of the speaker.
Woo!
30.
30?
Jesus.
What? Jesus Christ.
18?
Rogue. I rolled a natural 20 for a 24.
28.
28?
I also nat 20.
Oh, right.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Doc, what did you
I'm
get?
just that good.
18, hot damn.
18. You guys rolled great. Oh my
I
god.
thought I rolled good because my,
Yeah.
my modifier's +2.
Mine's plus
18 and you're going last out of the group.
Right.
Mine's plus 10.
Okay, good.
Shit.
Wow,
'Cause
good.
I have,
That's 3 nat 20s
I
then?
have alert and something else that adds my charisma modifier to it.
Shit.
Alright.
Nice.
So. Let's see. This is going to work. I know it is.
Hey, there we go.
Oh. Diego. Unknown.
As the person who wanted something like this,
Yeah.
appreciative.
Yeah. I've been trying to think of better systems.
Yeah, I was looking up on
The-
Etsy some different iterations.
I've seen towers
Wait
that are
for
done
them
like that
first.
too. They're kind of fun. You just write on the parchment and it's a
glass.
sword that sits vertically.
Or yeah, I've seen those.
So, sorry. How the combat is going to work. So, on your turn, you can act normally, or you can use one of your battle station special actions to do something. So, specifically, since you're going first and you're the navigator, you can either give advantage to the first mate for the first mate checks, or you can give advantage to one of the people on the guns. Essentially calling out places that you see as possible targets or
Yeah.
anything else. You can do that or just take your turn like normal. The first mate, you have control of the ship at the moment. So it's kind of understood that the captain is barking orders right now, but that's kind of super boring for gameplay. So we're going to assume that whatever you do was the order that he said. So you have control of the ship. You get to steer the ship however you want. And on your turn, you have a 40-foot movement speed with the ship, and you can make a kind of ship check, a fighting the waves and working the throttle to try and dash for free. Essentially, move 80 feet on the turn. Bosun, you can give advantage to the guns, or you can do an attack roll for the crew as a whole. So, essentially, you can add more damage. Some of you can man the guns, or you can roll for the crew on top of whatever else you are doing on your turn. And then, there are 4 different guns, 2 on the front and 2 on the sides. And then there's 2 smaller ones on the back, but they are out of range at the moment that you can use. And once someone fires a gun, I'll tell you the stats for that. But that aside, you can ask questions if you need to, but we are starting with you. As you look out, you are still on the crow's nest, but now that you are in the fog, you are kind of above parts of the fog. You're tall enough and can tell that this cloud is probably magic made.
Mm-hmm.
And you're actually staring out at this other guy on a crow's nest across from you, and you wager that you're probably 150 feet away.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna use my station action to give advantage to a shot with I'm gonna do like an eagle cry or he will scream and point.
Okay.
Caca, bitch.
Okay. Do you point at the guy in the crow's nest?
No, at like at the main at a vital part of the ship. So like right at the sea line.
Okay. Okay. So you gave advantage on your turn. Are you staying up in the crow's nest?
Yes, I'm going to.
All right. Belle, it is your turn. Would you? Well, you can automatically move the ship. Go ahead and roll a either dexterity or intelligence check with proficiency, because you are steering the ship. You're essentially fighting the open waves and trying to give it everything she's got.
Okay. 13.
13. Oh, right. So you get hit on the side with this very large wave, and you have to whip it to the right just to stay on course, and you are gaining on this ship. This rival ship doesn't seem to be going very fast at all. And as you pull up 40 feet, you see a little clearer that this ship has masts and sails, and there is barely any wind at the moment. In an open race, you got these guys. You're going to gain on them very quickly. That was technically only your movement, so if you have anything else you can do, you can. You guys are now within 110 feet of the ship.
Oh boy.
Bored! 110 feet?
Ooh,
That is
that's
just
really
in
fucking close.
You're on the front of the ship.
Holy sh! Oh boy!
Oh.
I'm gonna cause so many problems very quickly. Oh, I'm so
This is why we're not
excited.
having a map.
Lovely.
Firestorm.
No, I think I'm good with that. I think that's it.
All right, Diego, it is your turn. You see this ship fast approaching.
Alright, so my special actions, I can give advantage to the guns or make an attack as the crew.
Yes, and if you make the attack as the crew, you have advantage from the navigator pointing out a weak spot of the ship.
And as the crew, that can be like in close quarters combat or with the guns.
So at this moment, it would be only with the guns. Close
Right.
quarters gets a bit more complicated because you inherently are in the mix as well. So these actions are mostly for the ship combat.
Okay.
So you can
Well,
essentially
I
yell at the
assume-
guys who are shooting.
I assume that's within range of the guns.
They are indeed.
And since he's already giving advantage to the guns, there's no reason for me to do that.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna shoot the guns with the crew as the crew.
All right.
Do that.
You yell out to the crew to take their shots. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus dexterity plus proficiency.
Plus my dexterity.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's probably higher than the crew average.
Yeah, this is a d20 8.
You say 8?
If I went into a rage before that, would the crew have advantage or?
I'd let you roll an.
There's already no.
You did roll advantage?
My first roll was a natural 3. So
Okay.
that's better. That's a 19.
There we go.
19.
There we go. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll 2d12 and then add your dex onto that.
Okay. Aha! A fine shot, crew. That's 18.
18 points of damage. All right. You yell at the soldiers to take their shots. They load in one of these giant projectiles with grooves on the side, and this spinning clockwork ballista just takes it in like a football thrower, just shunts it off. It makes impact with the side of the ship, and you see, at least in the spot that it got hit, it starts to take in water. So, Doc, it is your turn.
From the front of the ship, he's going to take his crossbow, which he has loaded, place it on his back, and from his hip take a baton, what seems to be. But you all know it's the doctor stick. It's to bonk goodness in people.
Does it have the two snakes on it?
It's
Nice.
caduceus staff kind of looking thing. He passes it into his right hand and points it at the back of the ship. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire on the top deck.
Shit.
Using
It's the
a
range.
longer spell.
It's
120 feet, which
120
is double
foot
to
range.
240, so that means that I can get the entirety of the deck in a U shape around their guns.
Caleb's like, all right, give me a second. I need to make sure.
Hold on. Mainly just he can definitely reach it.
It's 60 feet
just
long,
the-
12
Yeah.
feet high, 1
If it
foot thick,
curves.
ranged up to 20 feet.
60 foot.
Uh-huh.
You can get the back half of the ship encased in fire.
Down with that. But the
Okay.
thing is, using my meta magic, I can double it.
You can double the range, or you can double the output of the spell.
Range. So 60 feet.
Right,
like
right.
that.
The spell itself only,
Okay.
only covers 60 foot though.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's the.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
you can reach the front of the ship if you want to encase the front of the ship, but basically you can only get half of it.
That's fine. I didn't know whether it was the fact that I couldn't get it out to that far, or whether or not it was. Yeah, it's fine.
Because meta magic, you can both double the range and you can double like radius or stuff like that.
I don't have that one though.
No.
Oh,
You can only choose, I think, 2 at this point.
So is it the front of the ship or the back of the ship?
Back of the ship,
Back of the ship.
so that they can't get us while we're coming up. on them.
Okay. Do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, that's right.
How much damage you do?
5d8.
Each creature within its area must have. Okay.
the ship was a creature.
Okay. So yeah, you go ahead and roll. I guess that'll be 2 different 5d8s.
If there's more than one creature there, I can just roll 1 because I don't know what I'm hitting unless I see them.
Yeah, just roll 5d8
Okay.
and
And I took Elemental Adept as my feat, so I will roll my Windows 2s. Figure I get that out of the way while we can.
yep.
5, 10, 12, excuse me, 17, 22, 29, 31.
31. You cast the wall of fire. And, well, everyone on the deck and in the crow's nest. Now, since you were in the crow's nest, you can just kind of see this like light, puffy fog and then the bits of the mast sticking out. And now you just see an illumination and there's black smoke coming up, and you hear screams. Absolute curdled, bloodied screams from grown men. It's not pretty. But you do a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
All right.
I can do that too.
As you finish casting the spell and look out at your handiwork, you see rotating through the smoke the rear guns on the ship, and they fire.
Oh.
Okay. One of them, whoa, you see this giant projectile, same kind of setup with those clockwork grooves. It seems they don't have the engine, but they do have the guns. One just flies right over your head and clears over the ship entirely. The second one hits the front of the ship. Splinters go up all next to you. A crewmate that was standing there, like, holding on to the side, takes a splinter in the neck. Your face mask just goes over with blood.
No
They
flinch.
do pull away
Not for the first
like
time.
20 feet. Top of the round.
Concentration
So how far am I from the guy in the crow's nest?
At this point, so 130 feet.
Okay.
They moved a little farther.
Oh. I'm gonna bonus action steady aim, draw a crossbow, and shoot at the guy in the crow's nest.
Okay. Straight roll
They
on that?
have, look,
Yes, it's gonna be straight.
they have clockwork guns, right?
That is true. You can substitute if you want a clockwork gun.
Okay.
It's essentially the same stats.
Same
but it's a
same stats. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 1d6. I have to reload after 6 shots. It holds 6 shots.
Same range as the crossbow, 80, 320.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you all have access to this. We all know.
17 hit.
17 does indeed hit. Yeah, roll damage.
Right. 1d6. No, sneak attack doesn't apply. 6.
6. You pull off your gun and poof, shoot this guy. You see just it hit him and explode into him. You see red coat his purple uniform that he's wearing and paint the flag that's waving behind him. You do recognize the purple and white, but now with a touch of red. But you do know this flag to be of the city-state of Zudora. A city-state that usually their ships have a lot of good loot.
Oh.
They usually are pretty rich. Alright, is that going to do it for your turn?
That will be my turn.
Alright.
So
First mate,
we're gonna move the 40.
with the 40, go ahead and make another boat check.
Can she dash?
That's what she's rolling for. Yeah, you can't like actually make the boat dash, but that's what the roll is for, to see if you can
I
dash.
cast Nos.
You just keep
Reminder
shifting.
what I'm adding to that. Sorry.
It's
Shifter in a boat.
Just
either Dex or Intelligence plus Proficiency.
Dex or int.
I got our boat up to 50 miles an hour.
shit, dude.
So that'll be 22.
22.
I knew I was good. I just want to know what I was adding.
You see the ship in front of you just kind of pull away a bit, and you kick it into overdrive. You shift into a higher gear, and you are cruising after it 80 feet.
Oh shit.
You guys are within 50 feet of them.
Oh, we are?
Indeed.
Damn.
50 I can work with.
Bored.
Almost there, almost there.
Not yet.
Steady.
Can I see any people on the boat yet?
You can see their little body. It looks like they're all running to the rails and have various guns or bows and arrows and crossbows, and are at this point, like, we're only keeping track of a few different things in initiative, but both sides of the boat both ships are firing back at each other.
But there is at least one creature I can see within range, per se.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to pick the one who seems to be moving the slowest or the worst.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at them.
All right.
So they have to do a Dex save.
Sacred Flame.
12.
Okay. They fail,
Yeah.
so they take 1d8 radiant damage.
Little guy.
Yes, it is. Oh, and I can use the thing. Sorry. Too many things.
New character, who dis?
Yeah.
Is that the
The
something strike, divine strike?
yes, I can deal 1d8. Okay, so it'll be 5 of the Sacred Flame damage, and then another 1d8 from Blessed Strikes, which is a 6, so a total of 11.
11 points of damage. All right. As you rip off the Sacred Flame, you see this guy. He looks like an older guy, probably in his like 35 or 40. He's probably close to retiring from the Zudora Navy.
Dude.
And you just hit him with the Sacred Flame, and you watch as his skin just kind of melts off of his face as he screams until it bubbles in his mouth, and he chokes on it and falls off the ship into the water.
Got one!
Yeah, we were not the good guys.
Diego, it is your turn.
So we're 50 feet away?
50 feet away.
50 feet. There's still nothing that I can do. Reload the cannon. Fire again. Shoot again.
Go ahead and roll.
But I don't have advantage this time, right?
No.
Nope, but still dex and proficiency.
Yeah. Ooh. 22.
Yeah, there's no gunpowder, so it's okay. 22 definitely hits, yeah. 2d12
Yeah,
plus
okay.
dex.
Nice.
$18.
18.
Yes. Tear them apart.
Okay. You watch two different of the guns kind of target the same spot, right at that main mast. The shots go out. One side cuts about halfway through it and it starts to teeter, and the other one comes in and just knocks it straight down as their main mast hits the ship, crunches a guy, and lays across the ship. I don't know ship terms.
Deck.
You have
Deck.
incapacitated deck. That's the right one.
Poop deck.
The poop deck. You have incapacitated the
It'll be
ship.
extra though.
Doc, you see this ruined ship 50 feet away. What are you doing? Your wall of fire is still up, so it's still on fire as well.
It causes damage for anybody that ends their turn within 10 feet of it, so I keep that up. And do I see anybody?
Go ahead and roll damage for that. Yeah, there's definitely people still over there.
We don't. What was it again? Hang on. It was 5d8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, we're not good. 3, 7,
Pirates.
10, 17, 21.
21.
Bubbly people.
You just hear more and more screams. You see some guys trying to put water on it, but it doesn't seem to be going
I'm
well.
gonna aim for a dude with a bucket,
Okay.
and I cast Fireball.
Go ahead and roll the hit. Wait, fireball?
Fireball.
Fireball?
Fireball.
That's a
Oh, yeah, that's a save.
That's 8d6.
Might as well start rolling.
Yep.
Yeah,
you might as well.
Yeah, that's a fail. Go ahead and roll, yeah.
6.
Do you need more?
Yeah, I need more. I have 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Not a doctor.
He is Dr. Deck.
6, 12. It's not a bad roll at all. 18.
It's just a cauterizer.
Excuse me, 16. 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 31.
31. You watch as Doc has already set fire to the back of the ship, then he just leisurely lobs this fireball onto the deck, onto the already downed mast, turning it into a bonfire. The ship, for all intents and purposes, has been crippled. You don't see many crew still firing back. On its turn, it does not take any actions. You watch the ship burning in the middle of the ocean. I'll say it can't fight back, so for this round at least, you guys do fully catch back up to it. So as you pull alongside of it, we'll start with you.
Fire again.
You look out from the crow's nest, and now that you are looking down at this burning ship, two things kind of cross your mind. That there are like 4 guys down there who are still kicking around, and a few of them are on the ground with burning legs. The second thought is, there is not much time before this ship goes into the deep.
Do I have a rope that I can like swing down from the crow's nest?
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You just swing all the way down.
Yeah, Bill's
land
rat
on
shit.
the deck. One of the crewmates sees you and he's like, it's one of the scrubs. He's just mopping the floor during a battle.
How much movement speed did I use? Or anything? Or?
No, that's rope speed.
All right.
I don't know. No.
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 Falling with
And
style.
I'm just gonna, board their ship.
All right. You jump on board, and immediately, right in front of you,
Once
you
boarding
see.
starts, firewall comes down.
Okay.
Concentration, just break it.
All right. The bonfire in the middle is still on fire, but the back of the ship is no longer on fire. And so you see the easiest way, and you jump onto that side, and you do see one of these now burnt and charred and bloodied, but the purple uniform Zudora Navy man is just like crawling on the deck and looks up at you. He's like, please.
I'm gonna shoot him.
We knew it was coming.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll with it. How far away are you? You point blank?
Yeah, point blank.
All right. Go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
So stupid,
Stop moving.
right?
Ooh,
Stop.
I lied. Ben Luck.
Can I bonus action steady aim?
Yeah.
I
So it's
assume-
normal, and then
Never
I
mind.
get sneak attack then. Because are there any other creatures within 5 feet of this guy?
Has to be your allies. Oh, no, right.
Yeah, no, there isn't. But if you shoot him, you still have the original disadvantage, so that counts as disadvantage.
Ben Luck.
If you stab him, then yeah, you can unload into him. But
All right, I'm gonna stab him then.
okay.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, you automatically get advantage because he's prone on the ground.
All right.
So yeah, roll and sneak attack. What were you saying?
I was going to say I could use Ben Luck to help you get advantage. Or rather, not get advantage, but negate disadvantage.
Oh, I see.
Next time.
Next
There's
time.
3 sessions for it.
16 hit.
16 does hit, yeah.
All right. D8.
Unload on this poor guy.
All right.
Jesus.
$27 points of damage.
27. You see him reach out and he goes, please, my wife's name is...
Oh, yeah.
You turned him into chopped onions. It's not a pretty sight.
Miz
Just
is
like-
not okay.
So he mentions his wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck your wife.
And he dies.
Yeah. I imagine he does.
Man,
He's dead.
the last things you
And
hear
then
are.
Bonus action. Or wait, I already used. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Is there anybody within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, there's one more guy on the ground. There's one guy making his way past the bonfire, and there's one guy like further down. but
I'm
still
gonna
on the ship.
bonus action dash to the other guy on the ground,
Okay.
and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Bell,
Cue
as
up
you
another
pull
murder.
the ship alongside this other one, you can clearly see the markings on the side of this ruined ship, and it does say ZNG Crest Runner. It is slowly burning. You, Verathorn besides you, just like, go on, finish them off. It's your turn.
Finish them off. I don't see any other people, right?
There's like a few on deck, but like again, it's you see Freebird jump over to the side and start stabbing guys.
Like, I don't want to sink the ship while he's over there.
God, just fire again. Jeez.
Well, I can't do that. I could ram them, but I don't think that'll go well.
I will say, you see Verathorn after he says that he starts making his way towards the ship, and you see he's kind of pointed towards the back end. Looks like he's heading towards the opposing captain's quarters.
Ooh. We stick explosive barrels in
Right.
the bow of the ship.
I'm so sorry. So much shit. What, Jacob?
I was just thinking about when we were playing Sea of Thieves and we had those suicide bombs.
Oh
Dude, oh my god.
So there's like a couple of people.
Mhm.
Are any of them like within 5 feet of each other?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll say 2 of them are. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna Word of Radiance, which would be a con saving throw.
Okay. On both of them?
Yeah.
4 and an 18.
Okay, the 18 makes it. The 4 does not. So the 4 will take 1d6 radiant damage and then 1d8. So they take 12 radiant damage.
12 rated, kind of like before. They just start to melt on the ship, and the other guy who succeeded is like, "What? No! Yeah!" And
Don't
he's
worry,
just
you're
melting
next.
through his hands.
Don't worry, you're next.
Anything else? Any bonus action?
No. Not right now.
All right, Diego.
So we are gunnel to gunnel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are. The other ship is sinking. How quickly is it sinking?
It's not sinking very quickly. It's catching on fire very quickly. Is the main problem.
I see.
Well, and you said there are only a couple people on deck who are.
Yeah, there's
No,
the one
make it-
guy who is holding his melted friend, and then there's the guy who is pleading with Freebird, and that's what you see when you get on deck.
And you said that where it was first struck by our cannons, it started taking on water.
Yeah,
How big is that hole?
about a person could fit through it. like they could get in there.
Cast Mending.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, that's obvious. I will turn to the crew and say, "Draw your blades, board the vessel. I will go below." And I'm just gonna dive off of our ship and like swim in through the opening in the side.
Fucking
Because I have a
sick.
swim speed and I can breathe underwater if it does sink. So
Ooh.
Doc,
I'm
you
not
see
bothered.
Diego just jump past you into the water and like a dolphin just
Doc shakes his
straight
head.
in. And it's actually pretty easy. You go up to the hole and the water just kind of pulls you inside. You find yourself in a cargo hold that is about knee deep full of water. You see there are guys banging on this trap door that is not opening at all, and they turn and see you. And the 3 of them
hello.
quickly grab their swords.
I would like to rage.
How do you rage?
Ooh! I got a 1 on the table, which means now the definition, the description says shadowy tendrils. I like to think they're like kind of watery tentacles that kind of lash out. But it says so those lash each creature of my choice within 30 feet. Each creature must make a con saving throw or take a d12 of necrotic damage. And I get a d12 of temp HP.
Fuck, man.
Okay, so a 2,
I'll
a
let Katara
13, and a 6.
Okay, my DC is 15, so they all fail. So,
What?
let me see.
That's better than my DC.
Who's
Goddamn.
That's
Okay, that's only 6 points of necrotic damage, and I get 6 temp HP. And now I'm raging, and I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna punch them.
Okay, well, I will say, before you punch those guys, they're not super beefy dudes, and they're not
Yeah.
wearing any armor. So as they pull out their swords and just look horrified as you came through their ship, and they're already like worried about drowning, and you rage, and these tendrils just shoot out at them and tear them apart, just limb from limb thrown around the room, slamming against walls as you're just kind of standing there, not really doing anything. They tear them apart, lift them up to the ceiling, and then drop them down. And they just kind of...
Very disappointing.
They just float.
Well, and then I guess, okay, fine. Then I'll just go to the door. Do I have enough movement to make it to the door where they were?
Yeah, you have just enough movement to get through the door. If you can open it.
I mean, yeah, that's is it how is it locked?
You push on it, and it doesn't seem to be locked. There seems to be some form of damage or something on top of it, keeping it closed.
Okay. Does it have a handle on this side?
Yeah, like a little knocker handle. Yeah, a little one.
Yeah. Well, then instead of trying to lift whatever's above it, can I just want to break it off and pull it backwards?
Yeah, make a strength check.
With advantage, because I'm raging.
Indeed.
So angry.
Athletic.
You can do athletics, yeah.
Excellent.
Easily.
This door's in my way.
Yeah, I officially like this.
Yeah, that's good.
I think I'm gonna make you guys like official cards.
Sick. I was looking at something on Amazon. I need to show you that at some point.
Woo!
I like the chalkboard.
Okay,
It's
that's
just
a 24.
24.
Fuck.
Whoa, you just rip it from its hinges. You actually splinter part of the wood where the handle is connected because it doesn't go that way. And you just break it. And you see there is a beam sitting across the opening that has fallen. But you can easily move up and around it. You pull yourself up and see yourself on the last floor. You can actually see up through a grate to the deck where it's just smoke and fire. And you look around, and you don't see anybody on this thing at the moment.
I pretty much used all of my things, but just to before I move on, in the room below or in this room, do I see a treasure?
I'd say make a perception check.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Not good. 11.
11. You look around and you just see like barrels and boxes and some rope and some chains. You don't see much. And then you see on the far side of the room just something catch your eye. A person moving out of frame. But that's all that you see. Doc, as you are on deck, the bonfire growing a little higher, you see your crew cleaning up. The bosun gave the call, and the rest of the men who were on deck have left their positions and are flooding onto the ship. What are you doing?
Doc is going to patiently wait. And look for survivors. And if he sees any, shoot.
So it's like of your guys's?
No. The other crew, bad guys. Good guys, technically.
Bad guys.
To us. From a certain point of view.
I'd say go ahead and make a... Well, you do find people. So we'll say you go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hang on, let me double check.
Just shoots it dead.
18.
18. You see this guy. You don't even like cross any of the planks that are leading to the other boat. There's just one guy slumped over the side of the railing, and you just kind of like pull him onto your side, and you see he is heavily burned and seems to have taken some sort of stab wound to the gut. You just take some cloth, start plugging that hole, plugging it up, and he doesn't seem like he's bleeding out.
Success.
You did it.
We'll say you collect like 3 more guys like that. You're able to stop them from dying. You've stabilized their conditions.
Wow.
A miracle. It's a good day today.
Jesus.
We'll say that you guys, for this moment, we'll say you drop out of initiative. As you, I'm not even gonna make you roll. How do you end the guy's life?
I'm just gonna like grab him by the face and have him face me, and just slowly. And I just like, I like to see the light fade from your eyes.
Like, pry his mouth open and slide.
Jesus, not the mouth.
You ever heard of
Just
sword
bite his
swallowing?
tongue out of his head.
With beak too, so just
As you kill him and look around, you see one guy still alive. Bell's dealing with him. Or what are you doing?
I'm gonna check for treasure. Any treasure now?
Okay. You start looking around. What are you doing?
So I'm gonna look at him, and I'm gonna toll the dead. So I'm just gonna point at him, because I already declared he's next. Would you like to do the saving throw?
No.
Okay.
He rolled a natural 1.
Perfect.
get fucked.
Yeah, we'll say for intents and purposes, describe how you. He's still holding the goo of his friend. How do you?
So after enthusiastically declaring him next, I point at him, and the wonderful sound of bells fills the air. Just
I imagine
for
they're
a
happy,
moment.
cheerful.
Yeah, oh yeah,
bells.
they're super. Like you would think it was really pleasant, and then he takes 1d12 necrotic damage, which just for fun. I'm like, am I the idiot?
Is it me?
Am I the idiot? And then it's my d8. So he would take 17 necrotic damage. So I assume he just starts like kind of decomposing on the spot.
Yeah, you watch him just wither, like someone dehydrates him, and almost Indiana Jones style starts to turn to dust, and you see his jaw fall off, and he drops the bits of his friends because his arms fall off, and then the rest of his body falls as well, and keeps like wriggling and withering until it is just dust that floats off into the ocean air.
Bro, we've melted people like
Alright.
6 different ways now. This is
Oh
great.
yeah, it's disgusting. the scene is bad. But what's your next course of business?
Okay, so Captain headed off to Captain's quarters. Is there anything obvious to loot? Otherwise, I'll just kind of head that way.
Make an investigation check.
I'm not gonna find shit. I can tell you that. It is a solid 2.
2. You look around and it's kind of clicking in your head. You guys have hit a couple of Zudora ships up across this 3 months, and they're always stacked with shit. You don't see anything though on this one, and it's just a little strange. So you start to head towards the captain's chambers as well. As Doc is pulling bodies together, you go off to look for loot and end up going downstairs where you see Diego also looking around. The fire is still burning. We will say for a moment, if you could give it a quick pause. I gotta take care of something real fast. But do it!
Pause button!
That one, you have a mouse pad right there.
No, but it's I clicked the pause button. Left click, do the click.
Now they're just
No, it's
where?
Yeah. There's arcane cleric.
Arcane push button. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think we're.
Yeah, we're recording.
Are we sure this time?
Yes, we are. It had the button, but now the mouse is stuck below because, we need to get the...
I just want to make sure. Why are you so difficult? Okay, cool.
That works.
Alright, well.
We'll take it off.
I tried to use a mouse for the first time ever.
How's it going for you?
It works good for rendering. So, Freebird, you run below deck to escape the fire and smoke, and you see Diego standing there. And you are both kind of searching around looking for treasure. Diego, you see something just kind of move out of your view, and then this raven decked out in arms clambers down the stairs.
I immediately see the 3 dead bodies, I imagine.
Oh. Actually, you don't. They're not in the room.
Oh, okay. I don't.
You do see probably a fair amount of blood on him.
He's a little bent.
What'd you say?
It's cutting out. Things are real spotty right now.
Oh, what'd you say though?
What?
Oh my god.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me now?
I didn't hear that.
What did you say, Chris? As a character?
Exactly. It's real choppy right now, so I can't follow everything that's happening over there.
Ah, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nope, that's a no.
I think there's a.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, so Freebird and I are down below the decks, and I will point out. I will say, Freebird, someone over there. Let's go.
Right with you.
The two of you move around the side, and you do see this figure. You see at first a purple cape and short cropped blonde hair, kind of Princess Leia style, bending over a chest and quickly locking it and looking up to see both of you.
Jeez.
And they just put their hands up. You've obviously won. Spare one to tell the story.
Yeah.
Freebird is like
No.
had finger on the trigger.
I thank you, good sir. Please, we didn't have much in the way of gems or coins, but and he reaches down to his side and pulls out a small coin purse and he just kind of holds it out and he goes, "It's yours." You take the purse, and it feels like there's maybe 4 coins in there. Doesn't seem like a lot.
I head over and try to unlock the chest. And it's just
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
While I'm looking at this pathetic little purse, I'm just gonna reach out and grab this dude's neck. Just like.
You go over to the chest, and it is locked.
I'm gonna try to pick it.
Go ahead and make
My
a
thieves' tools.
Dex plus proficiency. As you have him around the neck, he's just. What do you do?
Is there a porthole of any kind?
A small one. I don't know that he would go easily through it.
Yeah, no, that's too much effort.
27.
No, I just crush his windpipe.
You and you hear air escape briefly before he
Just drop him.
and he just slowly turns purple, thrashing on the side of the room. As you turn back to the chest and Freebird easily pops it open. The chest. You look down into it, and you see just a variety of nice clothes, another bigger coin purse. You start thumbing around through it. There's just some books, some bindings. And you feel a piece of rolled parchment. And you pull it out. And you see it's an old-looking rolled parchment, but has a nice Zudora Naval Guard seal and ribbon around it. As you are looking at it, you hear a clink, clink. I'll be taking that spoil, son.
Right away, Captain. And I'm gonna check for any false door or false, bottoms or anything in the chest as well.
Make an investigation check. As you hand it over, and Verathorn takes it, and he walks up, and he goes, Captain, there you are. I was wondering why you weren't hiding out in your quarters. And the guy's just choking to death there. And he goes, What was that? You mustn't mumble. And takes out a knife and just stabs it into his throat. cleans it off.
Wow.
What did you roll?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You... I didn't like any of the verbs that came to my mind. You go through the box and stop that. Touch all the sides of the wall, and you do not find any secret compartments. This chest does seem pretty.
Not even
simple.
up and to the right?
Just up to the front. And, no, you. It does not seem to have any secret booby traps or any secret doors of any kind. Verathorn holds the parchment out, looks at the seal, and goes, "Did we find anything of fucking worth in this place?"
Only a few coins, Capitan.
Fuck. And he clinks his way back up top. Bell, you went to the captain's quarters as Verathorn was leaving. He kind of said, "Nothing in there," as he went away. You still slipped inside. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check. Doc, you see the captain come on deck, and he sees you, like, tending to the wounded. He goes, "Why are you wasting your time on the Zudorans?"
He makes a minor illusion sound, shakes his hand like this, and makes the sound of jingling coins.
Squeeze them for what they're worth, I guess. Where is my first mate? What'd you roll?
14.
14. You look around the room and don't see anything of value, no chests or anything. It's like basically just his bedroom. And you do see some maps and some globes are around, but you don't really care about that stuff. You go to his desk and start looking through his desk and find another smaller coin purse. But that's about all you find as you hear Verathorn calling for you.
Run out. Yes, sir.
Well, this seems to be a bust, as a mast just falls in the background behind him, slamming onto the ship. He just doesn't even, like, look behind him.
I'm still alive.
Go on.
Clean up what you want. Any survivors you want to impress, bring them. I think it's time we head back for solid land. He starts clopping away.
I'm gonna look for people with strong backs and weak minds to tell them to throw people back onto our ship.
They readily take them and start chucking the mostly alive people, bring them along.
I point at Freebird and minor illusion ropes around myself and say, point at them. Drop a knowing look basically through his glass eyes.
I got you. And I start to tie up the survivors of the enemy.
Alright, tie them to the main mast. You guys...
Enthusiastically getting ready to leave.
yeah, collecting all you can, separating from the crest runner as it is engulfed in its flames. You guys begin to pull away. The fog cloud is gone completely. One of the soldiers that died must have cast it, and it dispelled with his life. As Verathorn stands on the helm of, or at the helm of the ship, Bell actually having the wheel. He goes, "Well, Miss Bell, take this sorry lot home."
Yes, sir.
And he turns and enters the quarters, and you see as he's entering, he pulls out the map inquisitively and closes the door behind him. You guys, full throttle, full press towards the Clockwork Cove.
Gonna lob firebolts as we go at the ship to make sure it keeps burning.
All right. As you guys accelerate into the distance, Doc is just on the side of the ship, just peppering it as you watch it slowly succumb to the flames, and you watch fire enter the water as the ship is no more, and you see bits of wreckage still burning, kind of floating away, a warning sign to any that may come through this way.
I'm going to climb up to the crow's nest.
You take your post. As dusk turns into night, and night turns into early morning, the blind rage keeps going. Eventually, on the horizon, you see this approaching cliff face, couple 100 feet high. You can't see on top of it, but you do see a bit of grass and trees. The air becomes a little more humid, a little more hanging in the air. You see the cliff face splits in the middle and opens up. And as you guys enter, you see the familiar cove that the city is founded on. You see rising up. I think a change of music is in order. You see rising up the cliff face, kind of built around in this crescent cove shape, a brilliant, glowing city. Going all the way up the 200-foot cliff face, built up almost on top of each other. The first thing that any tourist would know, something that all of you have seen multiple times, is the magnificent clock tower of Isaiah Workhold. The clock tower spans the entire side of the cliff face, with gears as big as villages turning this massive clock. Dong! You see one of the hour hands click into place, and cheerful bells ring throughout the city. You see hanging in the air over the cove, kind of whizzing by, are small little tinkerbots with little flapping wings who are coming to kind of take stock of your ship and see what might be coming up as they return to the dock. Hanging overhead, hundreds of feet in the air, are other ships, though not on the water, hanging in air with giant sails slowly flapping. You see other cargo ships from the other Rim Confederacy city-states. Not wanting to mess with any of the pirates who make home here, they bypass the water altogether and land on top, where there is some city still, but the cove is the heart of it. You guys pull into the marina. The crew begins throwing ropes, dropping anchor, docking the ship properly. A clockwork automation kind of walks up to the boat, holds on to one of the ropes, and then sets into place. You see the rope feed through his abdomen and start to just pull you guys closer and closer to the dock. Eventually, you finish up the docking process, get off, and see the treasure and things that you have won in your 3-month campaign get pulled off the ship. With some of it gets logged, the captain steps off and goes, looks at all of you, his commanders of the crew, and goes, well, I just have a few debts I have to pay off, and of course get some quotations for the repairs. But all in all, I think we made out with a good haul. Why don't you hang out someplace? I'll get back with you in a little while, and we'll split the difference. And he kind of tips his hat and walks out into the Clockwork Cove. So, kind of thing to know about this city is, over the past 100 years, this clockwork technology that was invented here has transformed the city. Most things about everyday life involve some sort of gears and pulleys and springs to make their life easier, especially with built up in this mostly upward trajectory, almost like a classic metropolis type paintings. You do see a monorail, you know it to be called the Sky Rail, moving around the city. This train just kind of making its way slowly throughout the city. You see people winding as they go to keep the gears turning on the little gear mobiles, driving down the road, horseless carts. And the city overall is quite beautiful. But it is also home to a lot of pirates, as it is independent and does not care about the Confederacy that it finds itself in the middle of. Because when you have superior technology, why even care about the outside world? So isolated, it has grown. And as you guys find yourself with some downtime, what is immediate course of business?
So, what's everyone needing? What's our plan here?
Before this little shindig, I will assign a couple of guards to the ship and tell everyone else they have shore leave for the day.
All right.
That, you know.
Doc is preoccupied waiting for his subjects to wake up.
Just staring at them.
He's
No,
quietly
that's
reading,
brutal.
tapping
You have to
his...
call them patients.
He doesn't speak, so...
Yeah. They're patients, not... Anyway. Well. That was fun.
Yes, great fun.
Thumb.
Always fun. But what are we to do with the rest of the day?
Well...
Minor illusions of small naked woman.
I mean, if that's what you would like to do, I don't think I'll join you on that errand, though.
Minor illusions.
Well, while the captain is surely not around, did anyone else notice he seemed to be very interested in that map? Or I was assuming there's a map. It's a parchment that we found on the
Yes,
captain of
definitely
the other
a map.
ship.
Yeah, he seemed different.
No, it's an agreement.
Did you notice anything?
Just that I had a seal and seemed very intriguing. Of high importance.
Seemed very official.
Well, I think the only way we'd know more is to either try to get it from the captain or see if he left it in his quarters, and he doesn't really like when we go in there, as we learned last time.
Okay, well, yes. Well, you know, we've been sailing together for a few months. How old are you? You've got this very youthful energy that's just like...
What's strange
hard to pin down.
Oh, just like normal.
Like normal? Okay, I was trying to look it up, but it was like spells are more important.
Yeah, pretty like normal human length.
Standard ship.
Oh, gosh, 20-something, you know how time goes on the sea.
Ah, yes. Yes, I do. The sea, the great, tempting mistress of my heart.
If you could see his eyes rolling.
She just kind of like stares
When?
and blinks, and then...
Well,
You hear some clamoring from a back room, and you see these two guys, you know, one to be called Brody, and one is Nigel. They're not the greatest of crew members, but man, they do their work at least.
They're there.
you see them kind of like having an argument and over just like a few coins as they walk by you. You overhear one of them going, "Yeah, well, if it is so, then you owe me a drink." And Nigel goes, "That all? Of course, we can go right now." "Nah. You're a bitch, but okay." And they just keep moving by you.
Are there any windows that peer into the captain's quarters?
From the outside, you'd have to like kind of scale out the back of the ship and kind of hang off the back. But there are back windows.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Gonna say one moment.
All right. Do you just hang there, or you like tying a rope or anything?
No, we're in the water. I'll just hang there.
Okay. Go ahead
follow.
and make a perception check.
Perception. Okay.
Try not to fall.
You weren't being very sneaky.
You have to stealthily climb. Is that a thing you can do?
Well, just like you're
I mean,
moving your way up there, and we're like,
are
He
you trying
said,
to be
going to
he
stealthy?
stealthily
said,
do
I'm
this.
going.
Okay.
I thought you said,
then
I'm
roll
going to go.
stealth and roll perception.
Perception. Okay.
You guys definitely see him leave. Once he gets to the top of the deck, he enters stealth mode.
okay.
So perception is a 27.
Okay.
Stealth.
The subjects are on the deck, I say.
Stealth, I rolled a nat
Okay.
20.
Jesus.
A million.
Yeah. It's what, 32?
33.
33. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you guys, Freebird lets you know, he's like, "I'll be right back." And you kind of like keep eyes on him until he walks around the mast and just object permanence disappears. And where did he go? He is gone. As you just hang off the side of the ship, you can just see into the captain's chambers. And you take a look, and it's dark. You don't see anyone. You don't see that parchment.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see various chests, some clothes, normal captain chambers type stuff. But you don't see him or the parchment.
Okay. Head back and just be like, it appears the captain held the parchment on his person.
I was worried about that.
Yes.
Anyways, those two were talking about drinks, and drinks always sounds like a fun idea. Anyone else have any plans?
Gestures at subjects.
No, but what?
Oh.
But they-
Curiosity. What was our take?
He kind of
to the
just.
hall?
Sorry.
You don't know yet. He said he was going to figure out all the other expenses and then meet back up with you guys to split the difference.
He
Okay.
waves a hand at them of gestures drink.
If they die, they
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
We're
All
not
right.
going anywhere.
So, the most popular place for people in your profession to get a drink in the Clockwork Cove is a place called the Frigid Depths. And it's like a nightclub for pirates. The cove is strange. It's very technologically superior to basically everything else on the continent, but it's also almost Wild West lawless. So you have a lot of mafias, pirates, and corporations running this town, and they usually get special treatment. So, would you like to go to the most popular pirate bar, or do you pick a different place?
I'm good with popular.
Titties.
Certainly at the frigid depths. It is frigid for a reason. Sorry.
That was
good. You make your way across the dock and into the streets, kind of weaving your way in between these. They're not slow moving, but they're definitely not anywhere as fast as a horse. These gear mobiles. You make your way in between those and dodge all the there's just random things kind of hanging in the air. little balloons, little flyers, things of that nature. You walk a few blocks over and immediately start to hear a ruckus. You hear fiddle music and pan flutes and accordions and lively drums, as well as the unmistakable sound of bone-hitting face as someone is getting their shit rocked. You come around the corner and see at least 10 different people all slugging it out in the streets. One dude just gets straight up hurled over a guardrail into the cove. He's hits the water and just kind of lays there for a moment, and you do see crimson just kind of pool out around him. The guy wipes his face, sees all of you, and goes, "Shit, the rage is back." Ugh. And he spits at your guys' feet as you walk by him. And he goes, looks for someone else, grabs him, spins him around, punches him in the face, and he's off fighting something else. You guys walk into this place. It almost looks like a theater on the outside of it. It is kind of gilded and crested and very nice. And as soon as you walk through the saloon-like doors, it is more kind of like the outside. Fighting, drinking, groups of people, all dedicated to certain things, all around things. Some people are fighting, some groups of people are betting, obviously paying cards and gambling. Some are just drinking, some are passed out, and some, yes, have prostitutes. As you guys walk in, what would you like to do?
So I have a passive wisdom of 20. I'm just going to put that out there, so not going to be easy to pickpocket or anything like that.
Okay.
I know that's going to probably happen in this fucking place.
Only 18.
Not 26 right now.
No.
Jesus, God.
I'm gonna minor illusion a mug and point at the bar for everybody.
Definitely.
Alright, you move over to the bar, and the bartender sees you. He goes, "How many you need?" Turns around and starts filling up the tap. A voice says, "Only 4, we'll drink you under the table." You turn and see Captain Vera. Captain Vera is a longtime rival of Captain Verathorn, and overall doesn't get along with any crew that flies under his banner. As she is sitting there, elven woman, kind of little under middle-aged, short black hair, and a little bit of eyeliner. She just sits there, looks at all of you just with like disgust across her face.
Looks, cocks head, looks back, waits for drink.
If you keep staring at him, he might think it's an invitation. I'd watch out there.
Looks, nods.
And she gets up, grabs her drink, and walks to a different part of the room. You guys get your drinks and get a table and begin kind of drinking away. It's the first time on land in 3 months or so. Well, maybe not on land, but definitely in a place of this size. So you guys are kind of living it up. Yeah, Chris?
Besides being a rival of Verathorn, what do we know about Vera's reputation?
Go ahead and make a history check. Oh, did it cut out again?
Okay. Did you get any of that?
No, we missed it.
No, I did. I said make a history check.
Oh, no, I didn't hit it.
It's delayed.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's just the stare.
Natural 20.
Sick.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your ex.
You don't know if they ever dated, but you do know that they used to serve under a captain together. And the story goes that when that captain died, Verathorn scooped the ship and kicked Vera out to the streets, essentially. She had to work her way up to get her own ship and be her own captain, and she's kind of always had to fight against the grain. But because of that, she has gained a reputation for being absolutely brutal. No one really fucks with her, because her and her crew will just murder you. As you guys drink up, how do you drink with the mask on?
Carefully.
There's just like a hole in the front of it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or is it just a straw?
I'm even thinking it's because I didn't think about the logistics of this.
There's breathing holes. There's drinking holes.
That's the idea. Because have you seen Goblin Slayer and how that works?
No.
It's fucking dumb. He literally just finds a hole and carefully funnels it through, and that's his whole thing.
Because technically, the way that they work.
Yeah.
And as he gets more and more drunk, he's just playing with minor illusions on the table. And then he starts trying to make tiny Vera, and then imagining what she might be like naked.
Jeez.
He's got a single vice, and it's bad.
As naked Vera is on the table, you just get slapped across the back of the head. As you did not hear the tink approach you. After about an hour or so, Verathorn comes up and smacks you and goes, "She'd shoot you on the spot if she saw that." And he just grabs a chair, scoots up next to you guys.
Hello, Captain.
Captain.
Hello, crew.
Little salute.
I'll be honest with you. Our debts and repairs were more than I would have liked them to be. And he reaches in his jacket and pulls out 4 different coin purses and throws it to all of you. As you guys pick it up and look at it, you count 40 gold pieces.
3 months?
Like I said, there were some less than ideal things that were wrong that need to get paid for. Now,
Puts the pistol on the table. That's bullshit.
you calling me a liar?
I am.
Place a hand up.
Make an intimidation check.
Did I see the roll of paper that he had?
Yeah, you probably would have saw that he had it at one point.
I'll show the image of that then in my handle.
Now that is thinking with your head, not thinking 6 feet under.
24.
24. As he says that and gives like a glare in your direction, he's like, "Yes, this map. I would like to talk about it."
Steady as a rock. This is my shooting hand, though. There you go.
He goes, "While the payout for these past 3 months was, I know, less than ideal, this could prove to be our retirement if we play our cards right. Piddling around on the open seas for 40 gold after 3 months doesn't quite sound like it, but this, I think we might have something a little bit more valuable. Fell right into our lap." He unslides the little just band that was on it and opens it up, slides it across the table.
We're at a booth, right?
More or less. It's
Wherever we
So more or less, how is there a more or less?
There's a
poop?
table. You guys have a corner table. So there's
Okay.
walls.
Looking for pining eyes. That's the idea.
Go ahead and make a perception check. As the map comes out.
I'm gonna take my like chair or stool or something and like move it to basically be in between the rest of the group and the rest of the room, and like turn it backwards so that I'm facing the room and just like recline, so that to make it very clear, Tony was looking like, I don't want anyone to come near this place, so leave us alone.
Okay. You set up shop.
I'm gonna make an advantage though, so I can do the thing with my wild magic. So at any point in time that I cast any spells, you can now use wild magic. You can just tell me to roll on the table.
Oh,
now.
anytime you cast a spell, you roll.
No.
No,
Now you
you're
can
doing
just
the
have me
thing.
roll. Yeah, I'm trying to get advantage on it, so I can
Gotcha.
actually 16 for
Gotcha.
pining eyes.
We'll go ahead and use wild magic as well.
That wasn't a spell. It was just okay. Okay, fair.
Well, let me.
Let me verify because I need to think.
Well,
I
I'm
know
in
that I can
danger.
change a skill check to that.
Let me make sure.
I need
that
to.
I'm fucking
It's the first time I
correctly.
played a sorcerer in fucking forever.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
The ability to no, that's been luck.
So you must finish the long rest before you can use it again. At any time, I can have you roll.
Immediately after a sorcerer spell, first
okay,
level
so
or
it's
higher.
instead of rolling. Gotcha. Okay, so next
then-
time you cast a spell,
Yep.
we'll revisit it.
Okay.
Damn.
And
Alright.
that's that. So I got a 16 for pining eyes.
Okay, 16 on for the perception.
Yes.
As you look around and you see Diego kind of post up, bouncer style, you see on the other side of the room, Vera just kind of staring right at your table. And she noticed that your beak kind of focuses in on her, and she just
Slight tilt toward cleavage. Back up to face.
there is none. She's wearing a kind of full leather. I don't know armor names.
Jumpsuit.
Yeah,
Jumpsuit?
sure.
Curious
Suit.
or curious? I can't remember. What
Yes,
it's called.
that's the one I was looking for. Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was definitely looking over at you guys. The map comes out on the table, and you see it starts at the Clockwork Cove, and you see this dotted trail line moving through an area called the Forever Storm, and moves kind of bouncing off island to island to make this roundabout way to this little dot into unnamed island territory. Big circle on it and an X marking the spot. On the X, or near it, you also see the name Airy Top Trees. As the map comes out and you all look at it, Verathorn just goes, "Now, why someone from Zudora would have this escapes me. But I believe, if the markings on the back of this map should be believed, and the notations are accurate, this is a map to the stronghold of Isaiah Workholt himself." And as he says that, it kind of clicks in your head. It's a bit strange. First off, no one has really seen Isaiah Workholt in almost 100 years, as he invented clockwork technology, transformed the city, and then one day just kind of disappeared. There have been legends that he took his fortune to a private island and set up shop there to kind of retire. And Verathorn continues, "I believe this is a roadmap to the fortune of the Clockwork Cove itself. All I need's a crew."
Well, you can count on me, Captain.
I knew I could, First Mate.
Grab my sword.
Oh, do I?
Pops up the staff. Tap, tap.
What about you, Diego? You in to a top trees?
It promises to be an adventure like no other.
Indeed. And as Verathorn says the name Eritatries, it kind of clicks in your head as you kind of spun around before the map really got laid out. Hearing the name, though, it really sparks you. As stories you heard before your days of pirating. Stories you heard from your days below the waves. Eritatries is a name of... Well, it's essentially a fairy tale. A fairy tale island.
How do you spell?
Aritotries. Eritatries.
Greco.
Thank you.
Shockingly close.
It was said to be a gateway to the old world. And is kind of tied to other fairy tales of ancient civilizations.
Cool.
Well, I believe that we can, I figure, spend our days, make our repairs, and then head out. If that works with all of you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. I think we can work our contacts to find a new crew, perhaps one a little more capable for this kind of adventure.
I agree, that may not be a bad idea. And as you're saying that, you see approaching you 3 very heavy-set, goon-looking dudes. And behind them you see Captain Vera. She walks up to your table, just kind of walks directly up to all of you. Just, hello, all. Verathorn looks at her. Hello. Can I help you? And she goes, oh, just wondering what all the commotion is about. Looks like you've got something special. She looks down at the map that's on the table and looks back at all of you.
I'm gonna pick it up and
I don't think I would have let them get that close without standing up and interposing myself.
Okay.
So when he stood up, you probably
As you do stand up, the 3 guys kind of front with you, and Vera does make her way towards the table.
I'll take that as the signal to snatch the map and hand it to First Mate.
happily takes it.
Verathorn just kind of sits back in his chair and goes, "You here to intimidate us?" And she just... If you be talking about fairy tales, you best not be doing it too loud.
Well, if it's not real, then I suppose it doesn't concern you at all.
You're such a bitch.
And you see that actually gets a smile out of Verathorn.
But I have to.
Super enthusiastic, like real chipper.
So good.
And Verathorn actually kind of sits and he ponders for a second and goes, oh, I mean, is there anything wrong with a good challenge? Challenge between old friends? And he looks at Vera and she just looks very confused. Sees the mask nodding. Sorry, Vera, it seems they've spoken. I'm gonna need you to fuck off now. And she just... Very well.
I'm gonna wave as she leaves.
She begins
This
to
whole
walk.
time, this whole time I've been dead-eyeing, like, all 3 of these guys, just like, please give me an excuse. I'm not drunken, and
they're all looking at you, and Vera kind of steps back, puts her hand on one of their shoulders to kind of like, come on, we're going, and then in an instant spins around with her gun, fires at you.
Well.
So I have a barbarian thing. If someone makes a surprise attack, I can, as long as I go into a rage with my bonus action, I can. Basically, it negates the surprise attack, so we have to roll initiative.
Nicole has alert as well, so.
Okay.
So
Shit, we're ready. We're like so ready.
Surprise attack. Yeah, no.
Okay. Well.
Except for me, I'm just like, oh.
You are surprised.
So
in fact,
you're not surprised. She does draw her weapon.
Yeah.
And I guess roll initiative.
I was gonna say.
Shit. 2 fights in 1 session. Woo.
Ooh. 27.
Jeez.
Why'd you say ooh as if it was a bad?
No, it was ooh.
Oh, okay.
I was trying not to cough.
Well, it's not it's ah.
All right. 27.
Oh. No.
29.
Right.
29. Love having that plus 10.
I got an 18.
18.
13. Lucky as fuck.
13. Doc down there.
What super sucks is my spells aren't loading.
That does super suck.
Oh,
Luckily,
no.
I haven't finished writing them down yet.
Luckily, I'm first.
I steal your blood. I just need to look through some of them because I don't know. Some of them are very similar. Spirit Guardian.
Yep.
All right. So.
Fucking send it, bud.
No, I just had some in my hand.
So,
I
you
think I'm gonna do that.
are not surprised. What was your barbarian thing, Chris? It's just that they're not surprised, right?
I can also do my.
Feral instinct. If I'm surprised, I can enter a rage to act normally on my first turn, which basically translates as not surprised as long as I go into a rage.
Right. So I'd say, you're not. You two are not surprised.
I have alert as well.
You also have alert. So you're surprised. Varithorn is surprised. The shot does get off, but you're starting initiative, and you guys can move and act normally as well. Oh yeah, I already rolled. The shot misses. So
Cool.
she does get the shot off, and it just hits the wall beside you, Belle, and showers you in some drywall and some clay. All right, Raven Man.
Alright. Anybody who looks like they don't have anybody 5 feet within them or next to them.
They're all everyone's clustered up
Everyone's
right now.
clustered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can still get sneak attack in normal ways.
Yeah. The other.
You know, the normal roadways.
I need to.
I know. I'm just peeking.
Okay.
I should be within 5 feet of a few of these guys. So
Yeah. Diego's within 5 feet of all 3 of the goons. So anytime you have an ally within 5 feet of someone,
Alright,
you
then
can get.
I'll get one of the goons then.
All right, you move forward. You can attack at advantage.
Uh, 26.
26. Yeah, that hits.
And then, so because I had advantage, sneak attack. Sorry, I forget exactly how that works. Alright, so normal, like, rapier damage is 10. 13,
I feel that.
23, and
Shit.
26. So 36 points of damage total.
God damn!
Jeez. You slice into him, and you just take like a big chunk of meat off of his arm. You just like take part of a tricep off.
A pirate fillet. Tasty.
Oh man. Yeah, that was that was a really good strike. You really hurt that one guy. Okay.
Yeah, tricep will do that.
Yeah. Fucking take his tricep. Belle, it is your turn.
Okay. Sorry, figuring out what exactly I wanted to do. So, I'm gonna cast Green Flame Blade at Vera, which is basically just a normal weapon attack.
You have to get up next to her though.
You-
Oh, she's like
And
away.
you have to make,
Yeah.
I think Green Flame Blade, you have to make a melee weapon attack first.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
like-
was
Right.
saying.
So you have to be. So you like run up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you use your movement to get up alongside of her, make the attack.
Do, 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 do,
I'm
do.
gonna get the sack. We need more
It's
dice.
18 hit.
18 does hit.
Nice. Okay.
Just hits.
So that would be 8, but I'm also going to get that extra damage. So 8 plus 7
Yeah.
is 15.
Nice.
And then because of Green Flame Blade, one of the she's within 5 feet of the goons, right? She
Mhm.
patted them and turned around.
Yeah, the one that Freebird just hit.
So weapon effect plus ring of fire.
The character names are ridiculous.
Dude, oh my
I've
god.
seen Freebird and Steve Rogers.
So they get hit for 9 damage. So she's 15, them 9.
Okay.
Deleting a bitch.
The one goon is now barely holding on, and you said she took how much?
15.
15. Okay. Yeah, she looks. I mean, it definitely hit her.
Not
but the
that
one.
quick, are ya?
She
man, you're
doesn't
so
respond.
mean.
So mean. It is the goons' turns now.
Gooners, my dooders.
Ow.
This character is officially better at combat than Blair in like a year in one session.
Blair's a bard.
Okay, we'll
I'm
say.
assuming that that's better.
We'll say that the first guy, he's going to use his action and just lunge at you, Diego, and try to wrap you up. He's going to grapple.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's I am raging. No.
Not yet, right? You have to on your turn.
Well, that's. I guess. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, but I still. Okay, whatever. I have a lot of big athletics. No.
Nice. Big athletics.
I got a
another
24.
24? He got a 5. So, he goes to wrap you up, and you just kind of bounce off of him.
Yeah, I stonewall it, just like. And I grin. Also, yeah, that's it.
Alright. Second guy. The guy that didn't get attacked by Freebird, reaches over and will use 2 attacks at you. First attack is going to be a 16 on Freebird.
Oh, on Freebird, my bad. Does not hit.
16 does not hit. Second attack is going to be an 18.
And you can only use reaction once, correct? Because I have a defensive duelist. That's why.
Once per round, yeah.
Okay, the 18 hits then.
18 hits, okay.
Does the defensive duelist say that it increases your AC for the rest of your turn?
No,
Or
it
just for
says a
that
reaction.
attack? Right. But the shield was cast as a reaction, but it keeps your AC up, does 5 extra points until then your next turn. So does defensive Lewis say that the guy?
Actually, I don't know if it's a.
I got you, fam.
I should have just looked it up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just for that attack.
Okay, yeah.
And you take 10 points of slashing damage as he impacts you with his cutlass. The other guard, or the other goon, the one that has like half a tricep and is now on fire with green fire, is going to try and he just leans forward with all of his weight and is going to try and wrap up Bell. Go ahead and make acrobatics or athletics.
Alright. Nope, that is the wrong dice. That is 10.
10, natural 20 for a 23. So you this big amount of guy, just blood everywhere, just bear hugs you, and you can feel your fur start to get matted with other person's blood. You are grappled. That is all three of theirs turns. Diego, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm raging.
Yeah.
I would like to rage.
Okay. So this guy's standing right in front of me, and I look out at him and I grin, and my eyes go like wild, and the smell of the ocean breeze kind of fills the air, and I'm gonna flavor it as an ethereal pufferfish, kind of pops into being. Within 5 feet of someone I can see. I'm going to say within 5 feet of Vera, but like on the other side of whatever, like wherever is close to us. And at the end of my turn, it will explode. But I'm going to hit people first.
Okay, fair. So you put it just for clarification. Just for clarification. So you guys are all kind of bunched up in the corner of this room with Vera at the edge of it, and you put it on the other side of her.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What were you saying?
Also for clarification, how close? I assume that by this point people are starting to back away, or like other people who aren't in the fight.
Not quite yet. Just for how people don't really pay attention to the other groups that aren't their group.
Sure. How close are they all to Vera?
Close. Within 10 feet. It is so. Just for reference, this place is pretty crowded.
Not very much.
There's no one. Yeah, there's no one directly next to her, but within 10 feet, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fine then. All right. How rough is the guy who's holding Bell?
He looks like Bell might be holding him up at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna like wink at the guy who's standing right in front of me, and then roll around and just punch the guy holding Bell just right in the back of the head or the side of the head.
All right, roll to attack.
Yeah, with advantage because reckless.
Oh, okay. I was about to say how. Gotcha.
Magic.
Yeah.
Reckless attack.
Okay.
Fucking love reckless attack. It's so good.
Just
throwing haymakers, bro.
Okay, that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
The first time. Yep. Okay. And so he takes... Okay, I'm going to have to just... This is taking forever. Ooh, I rolled an 8 on the damage die. Okay, 8 plus 5 plus 3, 16 bludgeoning damage.
Bell, as you are wrapped up by this guy, you hear a crunch of bone and more blood drip onto your head as Diego, your fist crunches through his temple and you feel ooey squishy bits start to just kind of fill in around your knuckles as you fully just kind of fist his brain. You have to kind of release off the
suction
skull
noises.
as he drops to the ground in a puddle around you. First attack did in fact kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Okay, and then with that bloody fist, I'm gonna backhand the guy who was standing in front of me.
Attack you.
And okay, that is 22 to hit.
That also hits, yeah.
Is that the same fist though?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
The logistics of that fucks with me. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you're
that's
fine with the
only- that's only
melting,
10
crumbling
points of
friend
damage.
thing, but
How much?
this-
No, just the idea of, you know.
Only 10. 10 points
Only
of bludgeoning
10.
damage.
So yeah,
And
it
then,
does hurt him, but it more or less just traumatizes him, as there's now gray matter on his cheek.
Yeah, that was the idea.
God.
Okay, and
guys
then
said
the
dark.
ethereal pufferfish explodes. So Vera and anyone else within 5 feet of the pufferfish is going to need to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Ooh,
Shit.
We have to make dex save?
14. No,
It's
I think
anyone,
just
right?
Vera. Just because it's on the other
Yeah,
side.
I
of her.
placed.
Oh, other
I
side,
placed
right.
it far enough.
Yeah, so it's essentially like
Okay, well,
there's a
she
small
only
little
takes-
walkway in between tables that Vera's like trying to go through, and you put the pufferfish right there.
And this whole.
She fails.
She only takes 2 points of force damage.
You say 10 or 2?
2 points.
2 points.
2.
Those.
I rolled bad. It's a D6. I roll badly.
It explodes in her face. That's gonna be it for your turn, right?
Yes.
So some civilians
Alright.
got exploded too.
Now the civilians are acutely aware that some shit's going down. As Vera kind of recoils from the blast, keeps on moving away. She now that there are people like in the process of turning from this explosion, she like grabs 2 of them, just kind of throws them behind her, and you see her take off through the corridor, just pushing past people, full movement speed, full dash around the corner and down the stairs and out of sight.
Do I get an opportunity attack? So it's next to her? On the other side of the exploding pufferfish?
Well, I guess you're not grappled anymore, so
Since
yeah,
he's
you
dead?
can take one. Yeah, absolutely.
The
Since
deceased.
he is now
bitch?
The
he's,
deceased.
he's now like in a downward dog against his will.
Jeez.
I mean, I rolled a 19, so I'm assuming I
Yeah, it's the
hit
yoga pose of grunt
before
face.
any bonuses.
Was it
I
19?
rolled a 19.
Yeah, you hit.
And then...
Earth salutation, if you will.
It's gonna fuck with you a little bit.
Why you gotta cause emotional damage, IRL, man?
So...
Ray.
9.
Reyna.
9 points.
Oh, sorry.
Lady Reyna. You remember my wife's name, you asshole.
She's dead.
Shut up.
Not my heart.
No. No.
Bad.
So you slash out at her, and, like hits her in the back, and that's when she pulls people into the lane and takes off away from you guys. I'll say as she's running, no, she uses dash, so no, she just keeps on going.
She happened to pass by me.
No, not from where you were.
Everybody gets opportunity attacks.
Everyone in the bar starts swinging as she walks
I'm
through.
still sitting at the fucking table.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking
you-
of which,
Just
yeah,
pummeling.
as she moves
Hello.
out, it is your turn.
Sick.
So Vera moves out of the way. This dude is dead, and you have 2 more guys that are. Now one guy has like a red handprint now on his face, and the other one looks unharmed.
How far away is bitch?
She is more than 60 feet, but out of sight. So I guess she would be like from you 70 feet, but out of sight.
Sips feet. That's,
70 feet.
That's no. I'm
That's
thinking
canon.
it like
Wait, what?
gross.
Now we know.
Oh, he's not that degenerative.
He
Gross.
just has Varathorn's severed foot. Just
That's not good.
I hate it, but I like it.
No,
Uh,
no. He just sips his drink.
he just sips his drink. That's all you're doing.
Because like, wow, this explosion just went off in front of me. He's playing it
He's
cool.
just so cool, just behind the plague doctor mask.
Just sip. turns out basically to look past the the shit that's just gone down and goes, huh? Sip.
I love it. So Doc nonchalantly sips his drink. Back to Freebird.
I'm gonna go to the healthy guy. Does he have anybody within 5 feet of him? I guess is Chris.
Chris Chris is like has been kind of messing with all of them.
Diego.
They're like Diego. That's right. Chris doesn't mess with anybody. Yeah, no, they were all three in a line with Diego in the middle.
Yeah.
Now one guy's dead. So they're both within
Alright, so
5
yeah, I'm
feet
gonna go
of
to the
Diego.
healthy guy.
Oh, the guy hasn't been touched. Okay.
Yeah. And stab.
Attack with advantage.
Oopsies.
What's your sword look like?
I didn't put much thought into that.
It's a rapier, right?
Yeah, for 23, 24, I forget exactly.
That hits.
Yeah. I imagine it has like a bunch of, crustacean, and it's a bit tarnished, but like that's the point.
But it is a rapier, not
You're-
like a cutlass
yeah,
or a saber.
yeah.
You're a fucking bilge rat, dude.
He's got a little bit of a Count of Monte Cristo in him.
I mean, the bilge bird.
All right.
It's a bilge bird, yeah. Except
10
crow's nest bird.
10
too.
points from the rapier again.
10 by the rapier.
Technically, by definition, I think Doc fits the best to be a bilge rat because he just hangs out underneath the deck. Because that's where the bilge is.
So 31 points of damage.
Total?
Total, yes.
Fuck. You run up and you see that his gaze is just zeroed in on Diego because there's blood everywhere and one of his friends has died. He does not even see you slide into place and then stick him a few times. He looks like it really hurt him. All right. Anything else?
That'll be my
All
turn.
right, Belle, it's your turn.
Oh. So
You see-
you
yeah,
did
you
the
see her took
uninjured,
off.
so the other guy has damage.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Got that guy
Just
nearest.
looking hurt.
Well, now both of them have damage, but yeah, the guy nearest you looks less rough.
So I'm gonna toll the dead again. So it's a wisdom save for you.
Okay. Does a 12 do it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
And by the way, my original deaths, I was supposed to be rolling 2d8s plain, so they got off easy.
Because, yeah, level
5,
10,
that's
I
a
think
3,
you get extra.
and then I get to roll another one, so that's
No multi-class
16.
This campaign. That's interesting.
That's a short one. We figured just
wait.
roll it straight.
No, because he had damage. I was supposed to roll 12. Sorry. So the first one was 5, that was a 1, that was a 7. So he actually gets 13 damage.
13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I almost played my barbarian this round. I decided to play
So you
Wonderful
told him
bells
again,
again.
the cheerful bells start going off. You notice, like, people are not just taking stock now, but now, like, actually backing up because it's like, oh, it's a bar fight. Oh, people are dying. Okay, let's clear out and give these people some space. People are starting to move away from you. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Nope, just turn around. Your turn, and then your bitch is gone. So
Okay.
that's it.
Goon's turn.
Die.
One of them's gonna attack Diego with both of his attacks.
And advantage.
The one
Yeah,
that has
advantage
gray matter at his
because
face. That is true at advantage. That is going to be a 18 to hit on the first one.
Yes, just barely.
An 18 on the second one as well. So both hit. Oh! Now we're cooking. That's going to be 19 points of slashing damage, halved to 9.
Yep.
You take 9 points of slashing damage. The other guard, the other goon that is messing with you, is going to attack you.
That's the one that rolls well.
So yeah, I guess so.
Attack! No. It's a 12. No. Second attack. Oh! Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
You
take
never know.
5 points of slashing damage.
Because if it makes it, it hits it. Right? That's all.
And both guys.
Oh, teacher.
Yes, pupil.
Okay,
Sorry,
sorry.
I didn't
I never know when you're looking at me because the video is lagging more than the audio. But I remembered I have a thing called unstable backlash, where if you hit me and do damage, I can roll on my wild table again. So I did that, and
This
I got
class is ridiculous.
the 8th option. Yeah, I got the 8th option, which is basically I shoot a bolt of light from my chest at a creature of my choice within 30 feet of me. It makes a DC 15 Constitution saving throw and takes, if it fails, it takes radiant damage and is blinded at the start of my next turn.
Oh, there's a Moby Dick line in here about if his heart were a cannon, he would have shot it.
He fails.
Oh, shit.
I imagine the one that hit you is the one you shoot at, right?
Right.
Yeah, he fails, and is blinded until the start of your next turn.
Thrust your harpoons to the sky.
Yes,
Holy
and
Grail,
takes 3
white
points of
whale.
radiant damage.
So Diego gets slashed, or you feel yourself get slashed, and you see Diego get slashed as well. And as he's like recoiling, boom, just Iron Man chest bolt away from him. The guy grabs his face and just turns to run away. Yeah, of course. He goes to turn and run away, and just like runs like perpendicular towards you, and just runs like up to the wall. The other guy also turns and runs. Opportunity attacks. He's technically in your range, but for you and Diego can make opportunity attacks. He tried to run away and is now next to you.
With sneak attack?
Only if you have advantage, which you don't.
He's blind.
Not the one that's running away from you.
Oh.
But I thought Chris was 5 feet next to him.
All right, no map. It's a little complicated.
Yeah,
so just roll.
Yeah.
Shut up and roll.
Object permanents suck.
Yeah.
Oh. I do not get an opportunity attack because unstable backlash is my reaction.
Dirty 20.
Good to know. So dirty 20. In that case,
He's blind,
who
it's
do
fine.
you want to? Do you
Good
want
keeping up on that, though.
attack the blinded guy, or
The one that I was attacking.
All right, then you can roll at advantage for that one, because Diego doesn't have enough.
I already did. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You hit him.
Shocker.
Shocker.
So the non-blinded guy takes off 30 feet down the hallway. He's still in sight. He hasn't made it to the stairs yet, but he takes off as well.
Oh, wait. No, just one time. So, 12 points of damage with rapier. 7, 8,
So you just need to get a set of
14.
these.
Yeah.
16.
I literally got a pack of like 18 of these for college.
So do
We have more
28
dice.
points of damage.
28.
We have
That'll
some-
do it. As the blinded guy, Belle, you see this blind guy just tries to run away, but runs directly towards you, and in a flash, I'll go ahead and describe.
How do you want to do this?
Take the narrative.
How do you want to do this? Oh, I already did. Oh, I see.
But you can
For
have more
future,
d6s.
for
Have
future.
them.
For the future.
Those are heavy.
Also, if you want skull dice, I have those too.
I poke both his lungs out because he's turned facing away from me. So I poke both his lungs out and kind of just like wrap my arm around him, maybe a little bit embellishing because you can't really do two actions at once.
That's all good.
And just kind of like
Theater of the mind.
It's murder.
Make a nice narrative. Paint a picture.
choke him out while his lungs are collapsing.
You stab him
feel
and
his
then wrap
chest
him up, and
heave,
as you like crush his
Just imagine
windpipe,
whistling noise.
you hear him breathing still for a moment through his holes in his chest before they quickly fill with fluid and before they go out completely. He's dead. He is very
If
dead.
there was more time, do the eagle. God.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was their turn. Diego, it is your turn.
You got it.
Yeah,
Bloody eagle. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay.
you'd have to like cut his
He
How that works is
had
busted.
to pull his lungs out and put it over his chest.
Yeah.
You'd have to cut him
Uh,
open.
Did Freebird just kill the blind guy?
Yeah.
No, I killed
Okay.
I killed
So
the
there's
guy
one
who
guy
wasn't
left.
blind.
Who,
The guy that I was attacking.
Well, right. I asked you, and I thought you said the blind guy. That's why
Oh,
you had
that's fine
advantage.
if it's the blind guy.
Well, did you roll with advantage or not?
I rolled with advantage.
Okay, then
So
it's the blind
blind
guy.
This is the
Okay.
blind guy.
All right.
So yeah, the non-blind guy is running
You
down
did say
down the
seeing
corridor.
it. You rolled.
and he's been hit already, right? He was hit by Freebird
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, he looks rough. Yeah, Freebird did the number on him. He's just leaking a trail as he's running away.
Then I'm gonna chase this guy. I have a movement speed of 40 feet, so I assume I'm gonna catch him.
Yeah, you catch him. Yeah, with room to spare, you catch him pretty fast.
Yeah.
He's about to get to the stairs down, and you're just on his ass.
How? Couple questions. How close is he to the stairs, and how many steps is this flight of stairs?
I'd say close enough.
Push.
And one pretty long flight, probably 15 to 20 feet down on a slope.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna get to run to him and then Sparta kick him just over the edge of the stairs.
Okay,
Worst.
go ahead and
You will.
make an attack roll, I guess.
It's technically a push attack, so I think it's the same rules as grapple.
Yeah, I was gonna say an attack roll with athletics, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I'm raging still, so
Roar.
yeah.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, this is fun. I don't.
Oh, it's amazing, but
Man, we're evil. We're bad guys.
Wow.
we are having a great time,
I
not
really-
balancing morals.
They rolled very bad. That was a 15.
15 just hits the goon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we do not question if we're evil. We
Cool.
know we're evil.
Okay. Well,
Pirates.
so what happens?
So, well, I guess first off,
Yeah, deal falling damage. What happens?
Oof.
that's so funny. So you run up behind him and just Sparta kick him down the stairs. And you actually bump into someone else accidentally, and they fall off a banister, and you don't even see where they go. No one else is watching him. It's okay. You kick him down the stairs. He flies about 6 feet before hitting the stairs. Flies another 4 feet before tumbling, hitting again, smashing his head on the on the cobblestone that's underneath, skidding a little bit.
Yeah.
And you see him very slowly, after a twitch, be able to pull himself to half of a knee, and he is
My friend,
just
I am so
pouring
sorry that
blood,
you're alive.
just pouring blood out of his head.
Curse of living.
Okay. A push attack with
Survival
just
instinct.
one attack. So I have an attack left. How far away is he?
20, 25 feet down the stairs.
Superman.
But I assume that's more than my movement.
Oh yeah. You moved 30
Yeah.
to get to him. So
Okay.
Still got
unless you
Well,
take
I'll go to the-
off the top rope.
or if you throw some shit.
I'll go to the top
Give
of
him the chair.
stairs, and
Full bar fight.
out of my I've got this sash around my waist. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna pull a hand axe and just tomahawk this guy.
Flip.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
All right, roll to
fucking dope.
attack. Kicked him down the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so unfortunate that you're alive. Whack! Shit, that's
I
so
will.
evil.
That's an 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
Mercy kills, but still.
Yeah. I don't
I
get
feel
any
like
of my
mercy
raids.
is
I think it's
debatable.
joy killing you.
Yeah.
10
Like style points.
points of
Like
slash.
you're just.
There were questions asked, but
What'd
it
you
went
say?
robot.
10 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, that definitely does it. He had 3 hit points left.
Dude.
So he pulls himself up to a knee and like is able to like look back up the stairs in time as the tomahawk just cleaves him in the head, falls back.
Yep.
People are like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And you look past him in the crowd of onlookers now, about 30 to 40 feet ahead of him, and you see a gearmobile begin to pull out of a space with a short-haired elf behind the wheel. It is her turn, actually. So, yeah, she pulls out and starts cranking and starts moving down the road. And as she does, she quickly lets off the steering wheel, turns around, and is going to take a shot at you. Disadvantage because of range. Oh, jeez. Why did you see that catch?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's fucking...
Well, the second one was nice. The shot goes way wide. You don't even know. It doesn't seem like it hit anywhere near you. She does let off one, though, and it continues down the street 30 feet in this little gearmobile.
Cranky baby.
Yeah, that'll be her turn. Doc, you and Verathorn are still at the table. Everyone's dead. You see Diego up ahead in the distance. There's 2 dead. These goons are 2 dead by the table.
Clearly dead. So, sips drink. Stands up and starts casually walking to follow the trails of blood, basically. And trying to find where everybody else went.
Verathorn takes your lead and pulls out a cigar and lights it up on the way. Starts smoking as following you in the trail of blood.
Motions for one too.
Yeah, he gives you one for sure.
Awesome.
You're not too far. We're just standing by the table. You're just chasing
I'm smoking
Diego.
and drinking and
Yeah,
looking for
you watch.
With the mask on.
Huh?
How smoke the cigar with the mask on?
How's he doing anything with the mask on? Very
Yeah,
carefully.
exactly. It's very
Shove it
careful.
in
There's
his
just
nose
a hole and just.
It's magic.
Hey man, I have.
It's not
gas masks.
effective.
Or he sticks it into the beak in the front, and then
It's
he's
not
drinking from underneath.
Yeah, not as effective, but it works.
Freebird, you watch Verathorn and Doc stand up from the table and start to move out as you lay the goon down on the ground. What are you doing with your turn?
He's gonna shove a mug at you, being like, "Nice job."
I'm gonna.
Doc's seal of approval.
Doctor approved.
I'm gonna run over to the full 30 feet. How far does that get me to the to the exit?
Full 30 feet, you get right up next to Diego and can look down the stairs and see this car pulling away.
Bonus action, steady aim, and take a shot.
Okay. From long range out, but with steady, you use your feathers to steady against the wind. Yep.
19. I imagine we're proficient with these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a pirate. For sure.
You're a pirate. Okay, yeah, 27 hits. So
27
28,
definitely
something like
hits.
that.
Now, where are you aiming? Are you aiming at her or at the mechanisms?
Oh. I'm just gonna aim at her.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So go ahead and roll damage.
inflict maximum damage. D6. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Roger. You hit her in the shoulder and you see the arm come off the steering wheel for a second and go back on. Belle, it is your turn.
Run the 30 feet to join the rest of them. How far away is she?
At this point, she's like 100 feet away.
Perfect.
What?
So I'm gonna
He's got-
guiding
he's-
bolt,
he's-
which is 120 feet.
Yeah, there's a lot of clerics have a lot of 120 foot spells.
So actually, most of mine are 60, but we don't have to talk about that. So that'll be a ranged spell attack. That'll be 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. Same question, aiming at her.
Yes, aiming at her.
Okay.
Can I borrow some D6s?
That's a lot of D6s.
It's 4d6. Yes. Okay. 8, 11. It's 14. Could have done better. Could have done worse.
Add your spell attack.
No, because that's just to hit, not to damage.
Okay.
Annoyingly. But yeah, so that's 14. I think radiant, if it matters. And then the next attack roll made against her has advantage because she's glittering with mystical dim light.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit her, and I imagine it starts to like burn the back of her leather, but at the same time it burns almost like magnesium, and you just see this bright green energy just start to like a flare just off the back of her. All right. Goons are dead. Take them off the order there. Diego, it is your turn.
She's getting away, and there's no point. I would look around for a like unattended, half-drunk grog or something, and just grab it off the table and start trudging down the stairs to get my tomahawk.
All right. Down and you see the car pulling off in the distance. It is her turn, and she is going to use movement of the car and her action to crank it harder. And you see her turn the corner and take off down the road, disappearing behind a building. Now, I will say, you can no longer see her. Doc, it is your turn. You're at the top of the stairs with everyone. You see Diego going to the bottom of the stairs. There are more than a few, just letting you know, there are more than a few of these parked gearmobiles, unattended. But as you're at the top of the stairs, it is your turn.
I sense Attack of the Clones happening.
Where to find the one I liked? Bluetooth.
Oh my god.
Gotta play my EDMs.
Doc's gonna make a motion to the captain for our gearmobile and kind of say, "Do you want me to follow?"
Have your fun.
Tips hat, places his beer on the banister basically, and makes his way down and starts cranking up the gearmobile.
Okay, so you make your way
If
down.
I didn't do anything on my turn, I didn't do anything else on my turn, I'd like walk by, grab my tomahawk, and like follow.
Jump in as well. Doc, you are
Yeah,
able.
why not? You're driving.
I'm driving. Fuck it. Just jump right back. I don't know if they're
So-
like
Right.
bikes or what.
You're driving?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Okay. So, Doc, you make it with your movement. You get in the driver's seat, and you've seen these a lot. You haven't really driven one of these all that much. Diego, you hop in the back of it. It does look like it fits 4, coincidentally. It does have 4 passenger seats. It's got a big steering wheel and then a smaller wheel with a hold, and essentially the whole thing is just made out of gears. And so you manually crank all those gears to make it crank forward or crank it backwards, so you can kind of assume how much strength that takes.
So I just go to try to get everybody else to come.
Okay. So are you holding your...
I'm holding until everybody else gets on.
Okay.
To
I
begin
think we
moving.
should do 2 on 2.
Well, as it is your turn, Freebird, that's your decision to make. As you see Doc and Diego load into one of the
Yeah.
gearmobiles.
I'll look at Belle and be like, follow me. Let me take another one.
I'll wait for confirmation of go, basically.
Okay. Who's driving?
You're first, so I'd assume you would. No, just
I'll drive you.
you'd get there first.
Okay.
Once they start piling into another car, go.
Okay. So you guys both hop in and both take off.
She's
We'll
stopped
say
glowing now, though.
she is no longer glowing.
'Cause out of...
It's end of my
Sure.
turn. It was a 1
It's not like Witch Bolt where it stays.
before my next turn.
All right. You jumped in first. Green or red? Actually, white, green, or red?
I'm gonna go with red because I'm very fire oriented right now.
Red.
Sick.
Okay.
Green.
Green. All right. So these are just to let us know what's going on.
Very
we are
slightly.
out of initiative. We are in a different thing.
We are just
As
go.
you guys take off after her, I need all the drivers to make strength. You guys are not proficient because you are pirates, you're not really drivers. Make a strength check for my drivers.
Ugh.
You have more than a 0, right?
I mean, I've been rolling like dog shit.
As I
all
started
night.
getting going, can I trade over to Diego because I'm but a string bean?
Oh, more than a 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we see that it's a strength thing, I'm gonna be like, get out of my way.
Damn.
But can people who are not driving give the help action until they're doing other things?
It would be either or. So you have the ability to do other things, or if you want to help crank and possibly make it go faster, you can do that.
Right.
But that kind of takes your turn.
Dirty 20.
Oh,
Yeah, but for the catch up part.
because right now we can't see her,
Yeah.
right?
Not
Although
at
I
the
know
moment.
she.
First time we're.
Gee, Carl's
Oh,
Yeah,
rolling.
so
I'll
I
have-
would want to help.
I'll have Diego take over.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I will do that.
Drivers can roll with advantage.
Would you like to try to nat 20?
Look at that. That's why you roll. That's why you roll with advantage.
Fucking
I'm
shit,
so
bro.
glad you took my dice.
So, all 4 of you in 2 different cars just start cranking on the thing, and natural 20 as well.
Yes.
Oh my
Nice.
fucking god!
So both cars, you guys crank with such velocity that you actually you think the gears are gonna slip, but they kick in. Boom! Both of you take off down the road, whip around the corner, and you do see her. We'll actually go this way to give a little bit more. She is pretty far ahead of you, but with that, you guys do make significant ground. She rolls like shit. We'll say that she is now 60 feet ahead of you guys. So, that was first time. So, you can go ahead and roll again. If you guys are helping, you can still help, or if you guys are doing other things, we can resolve those. But I need my drivers to roll first.
Once visible, I'm not going to be helping
Yeah,
anymore
my
for their
own
action.
thing.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm
guys
going to
are-
get ready for range spells.
You guys are cruising through city blocks at this point. There's buildings on both sides of you, and other cars and shit on the road. Like, this is still a busy area.
So, can I crank and shoot at the same time?
You have to drive and crank, essentially.
Okay,
So
I
you have
gotcha.
one to steer and one to crank.
It's
Okay.
like the ship.
Yeah.
It's like this. Is that advantage on the cranking thing?
Only if you're
I'm
helping.
helping.
Okay.
So are you helping?
I wasn't planning on it.
All right then.
12
12. Okay.
for a strength check, right?
Yep. Wow. Like dog shit. Did you roll, Chris?
Yeah. I only got an 11. I did not roll
11.
well.
It's just us.
You guys make up more ground.
Um,
She is within 40 feet now.
Shit.
You guys, the whole time, are moving in and out of traffic. You guys can
Okay.
take actions, yeah.
Can you do a wisdom save for me? Because I would like to toll the dead.
Like dog
Wisdom save.
shit. Like dog shit. Yep. No.
Right? That's okay. So
it comes and it
you're
goes, just like the tide.
11 necrotic damage
11
for
necrotic
lovely
damage.
bell sounds.
They toll out in a nice choir as she just gets hit, and you can, from this point, you can kind of see her ear just start to wither and gets caught in the wind and flies past you guys as you are driving by.
What a lovely sound.
Doc,
God.
are you doing anything?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Fireball!
Oh my god. Fire
Ball.
ball. Yes.
So we're
Go ahead and roll damage.
You need the 6s?
Started street.
No, I'll just do this
Yeah.
twice.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
86. Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's magic, so you gotta do wild.
It is.
He did. So
And
yeah,
it's fire, so this is a 2.
So we'll resolve the fireball and then we'll have you roll a d100.
9, 12, 13, 14.
I want to see what
20-foot radius. Holy shit.
Civilians.
Natural 20. Finally, not dog shit.
Rip.
I mean, it's still a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of damage.
I'm just loving how good these
Yeah, what
cantrips are
about
doing me.
what about her vehicle?
I've
Passing
used
that.
one spell
we'll
slot
get there.
this whole time.
It does take
Okay.
damage as well.
28 damage. That's not quite what I wanted it to be, but it's something.
28?
So half.
That's still
14.
pretty good.
It's pretty saucy.
The fireball hits
I just-
right on top of her center. You guys are just rolling along and see it launched 40 feet ahead of you.
You hear.
As the fireball radius comes out within 20 feet of you. So it does get blasted back. There are other cars on this road, or were other cars on this road, as you see a few different automobiles and one actual horse and carriage just get blown off the road, bits and pieces everywhere. Her mobile stays on the road. It did take heavy damage though, and will probably slow her down. Go ahead and roll a d100.
Ooh.
57,
About to
which
take
puts
that
me
whole car
at,
out
for the
of the
next
fight.
minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being warded or carried by another creature bursts into the flame.
That just makes so much sense thematically.
That is.
Oh my god!
So you-
I'm just-
You launch the fireball and laugh and look down at your hands and they're just on fire.
just continues to go.
Fantastic. All right, drivers.
That's perfect.
All right, drivers.
God,
Go
man.
ahead and roll again.
Oh!
Oh, that's good.
Okay, better. That is a.
But anything that I'm wearing, though,
26.
doesn't count.
No.
So
Yeah.
it's my staff that's on fire.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Wait,
Now-
but I'm carrying it. Fuck.
It's not
Yeah.
burning. It is just ready to burn other things.
Cool!
They're just on fire. Not getting any worse. Just on fire.
Cool.
Stick your hands out and incinerate all the trees we're passing.
I'm touching, like, tapestries that are draped over to the street if they are, and just like,
Yeah, sure.
arson!
makes so
Okay, so
much
you
sense.
rolled big. What'd you roll?
Whew.
I'm not helping you.
Nat 20.
Natural fucking 20. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll just say for all intents and purposes, the fireball bursts. You guys catch a cart and boom, catch air through the fireball.
Updraft.
Keep driving through the smoke, and as it clears, you are right on her fucking tail. You are within. We'll say right on her. We'll say you are 5 feet behind her, just on either side. She's looking around at both of you. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna jump onto a cart.
Okay.
You drove.
I know.
You're still cranking?
You gotta wait. Wait your turn.
Yeah. So you cranked this one.
Oh, right.
I mean, if it ain't broke, I'm gonna toll the dead again.
Okay.
Another wisdom save, please.
Nice.
I will not-
22.
Ah,
Have
Doc-
you?
get it this
We're
time.
starting to get
What were
better.
you gonna say?
If Doc can't jump, I'm sorry, if it's their turn.
No, it's your turn right now.
Okay.
It's
It-
drivers and
Until
us.
it comes into steppy range, I'm not going to move.
Uh,
Meaning, if I can step onto the cart.
Oh, yeah, it's not quite. I mean, you'd have to like get out on top of your car and then step across. You could do that. Like you're within 5 feet. You're essentially next.
Oh,
to it.
okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
So yeah, you
So, up.
you just see Doc hands on fire. Thankfully, the car is made of like bronze and brass.
Not wood.
And you step on top of it. Wind just blowing the Plague Doctor suit back, and you just step on top of her car.
Sick. I can reach down, I assume?
Yeah.
Just touch her.
So,
Burning hands.
shocking grasp. Because that's a cantrip I have.
Okay.
It is.
So is that another wild
Is
magic?
she wearing? Is she wearing any?
It's not a
metal?
level 1 spell.
No, so.
But also, it
Oh.
doesn't matter. You can just do it at any point in time.
Well, right. Yeah, it's essential. Anytime you roll it, you have to roll a 1, but you used your thing, so that's specifically why it happened. So go ahead and roll, and then we'll have you roll after.
Sick.
Have
If
you-
you so will it.
Have you ever heard Mozart's Lacrimosa?
Which what?
Lacrimosa, Mozart's.
I may have. I'll probably recognize if I heard it, but
I'm
not
just
the name.
picturing like as you're burning.
That's an attack, right?
Yes, but it's touch.
All right, so you have to make an attack on her.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you do.
Melee spell. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Or,
If
again,
she's
keeping me in check.
rolling,
The-
an advantage.
You're a doctor. The car is made of brass and bronze and other metals. So, just to let you know, she's wearing leather. So.
Insulating. Also, I'm gonna reach for a boob.
Oh.
Copperfield while beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, he's kind of nasty.
Toasty boob.
Toasty boob.
I don't know if that kind of evil. Is that kind of evil?
Apparently.
Yeah. He's kind of okay.
Roll.
Okay, sorry. No, he's gonna reach for face
Just right on the top
You
of the head.
said boob.
initially, but I'm not
It's
gonna make it a called
that's-
shot. I'm
that's a
reaching
big-
for whatever I
that's a
can
big
grab.
He's just feeling the dark.
Damn. 7.
7.
Nah.
You
So I just-
reach down, hand on fire, but now like zapping with electricity as well. You reach down, and she's able to like move around and not get hit by you. So, it is the next round, drivers. You want to abandon the vehicle and hop on hers as well?
No. Now that he's jumped on, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to stay on.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Diego, what are you doing? Are you rolling or are you trying something else?
Well, I already rolled. But the result of my roll makes me want to do something else.
Well, if you already
That
rolled.
was a natural one. I got a natural 1.
Oh.
So it's a total of 10.
All right.
Oh.
So, that's not bad.
You
What'd you
know,
roll?
15.
15?
bad as I can do it.
Oh, barely. Okay, so as Doc steps onto Vera's car, immediately your car sinks back a few feet as Diego hits some potholes and it slows him down. You are able to not just keep up, but keep right alongside. You guys are side by side, and Diego has fallen back, and Doc is on top of the car.
Reaching down. Like a fucking cryptid.
Perfect. Charisma save, please.
Was that supposed to be a pun?
For Word of Radiance.
Was that supposed to be a pun?
Yes, it was.
Fail.
All right, so that'll be 2d6 radiant damage for you. Only 5, but
God damn.
That's still
Well,
and you're exempt because it's of choice.
sick.
It's of choice.
well, she didn't have much HP left. So, as you Word of Radiance,
I've decided the word is burn, by the way.
Sick.
as you just pull up alongside, she gives a glance your way. You just burn. And she just starts melting like wax, just into the gears, into everything. Immediately, Doc, you're on top, and you feel the gears clogging up, and the car just begins to wobble and veers sharply. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as this car is headed for a building.
Am I gonna be the only one that takes damage? If I That's
I took damage earlier.
okay, cool. Okay, dex save, you say. Let me do my thing. 13, lucky.
13.
Lucky as fuck. That's also my AC, funny enough.
Wow.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the car skips the curb, hits some random person, and embeds itself in the front window of a shop. You are launched through. You feel glass hit your suit, but big whoop. But then you feel the ground, and that kind of hurts.
Ow. 7.
Yep. You pull yourself up, and that could have been a lot worse. You look at the car that is now resting in the open window, wheels still kind of turning, and goo dripping out. You see what's left of like leather armor and bits stuck in all of it. People are now like your entire trail up to this point. People are staring at you. Diego, you pull up as this scene is is going
This
down.
will be a good point to say. I have pirate bad reputation, so that means like
Same.
everybody. Oh, you do? Okay. So everybody's like scared shitless, and they will not report us at all.
Okay, good. Good to know. As Diego pulls up and you guys all get out, and Doc, you step out of the window.
I'm on fire, and this facility is probably made out of wood.
I'd say the ground wasn't as you hit, but you pulled yourself up and looked to see the nice antique store that you're in.
Sick.
Just
all of it's on fire
to
now.
catch on fire.
I'm ADHD touching everything as I go.
Grab the non-flammables.
You guys see him
don't have any
emerge
pockets.
like
I have ones.
Daenerys out of the storefront. People just kind of staring and gawking in horror, and you guys all look at them, and they just take a step back, avert their eyes, and go about their business.
Brush off the cape.
You hear someone yell about getting the fire department, but as you can tell, Vera is very dead. And you still have working cars, which is nice. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, she wasn't too scary, and that was quite fun.
Yes. Yes.
How
I
rough?
think that is the most. I think that is the most noise I ever heard this one make.
How rough do you two look? Because I think we're fine.
I'm missing
I
something.
took 9 points out of.
They look
I
a
am
little
I'm
dirty.
pretty good.
I have bumps and bruises at most.
More or less than him.
Sorry. How much damage did you take total again?
9.
Well, so okay, I had some temporary hit points, so I'm down to 102 out of 105.
What the?
So you're worse.
Yeah, I'm worse
right,
because I'm
they're
missing
D12s,
7.
right?
I'll healing
Yeah,
word
half
you.
damage if you're-
Sick. She got.
I have to pick the right fucking dice
But no,
first.
yeah, I'm just imagining the doc, like all of this carnage is happening like in slow motion for him, and like Lacrimosa's playing in his head.
I'm thinking also Ave Maria a little bit.
Oh yeah.
8.
Got a fool.
Sick.
Everything's coming up us.
As you guys are kind of
So
just
far.
dusting yourselves off, you hear the slow rattle and crank of another car approaching. You see feet like up on the dashboard. You see Verathorn just kind of leisurely making his way up to you guys. And so,
My cigar's probably fucked at this point, I assume.
oh, it caught on fire at one point. Verathorn's like, professionals always leave their mark, don't they?
Nice deep bow.
And he gets out, looks at the car, and goes, "Where is she? Oh!
Happy, like, tail twitches.
Ha! Good work, first mate."
Thank you.
And he just hawks a loogie into the still spinning gears. Well, we don't have to deal with her anymore. Turn
Makes
around.
naked form melt and.
You worry me.
Yeah.
Well, come on. We got treasure to
It turns
find.
out, what's his name? Doc's suit is actually just like a gimp suit.
Oh my god.
But with the mask.
Oh my
the
God.
playback. Oh,
That's
man.
scary. That's scary.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
it. but
Why did you do
it's
that?
in my head.
Oh, that wasn't even a thought in my brain, but now it is. And it's awful.
I'm imagining a trench coat, a gimp suit, and the mask.
We have the
I don't
exact
like
same thought. I was like, but with a trench coat, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, Verathorn, it looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yep.
Extremely proud.
But yeah, he just looks at all of you and looks around and goes, "Well, we better get out of here before they look for someone to pay for all of this."
Conjur's bug.
Indeed. And
Perhaps a different bar this time. As fun as that last one was.
we'll say that you guys go and relax the rest of the evening. Verathorn fills you in on what details as he can, but he seems to be keeping some things closer to the chest. But he does tell you that this trip, depending on which way you go, the map has you going through the Forever Storm, which, aptly named, is a storm cell that is always in this one spot. Going around it would add 2 to 3 weeks journey onto the trip. But it does move through there, makes a quick stop at where? Gory, there it is. Gory.
Fitting.
Yeah, no, fitting. It goes through the Forever Storm to the island of Gory, which is the last habited place in the Eastern Expanse. The map continues island hopping past that to get to this land of Eritot trees. You guys spend a few days just kind of resting, getting whatever supplies that you would need, and getting the few repairs done on the ship that need to get done. After about a week or so, you guys reconvene on the Blind Rage.
Just curious, what's pirate's code for killing the captain of another ship? Do you get ownership or any? Can you rights to loot? I'm just curious. Since we also killed her goons.
You'll probably have to take it up with whoever her first mate was. There is no Highlander, you kill them, you get their stuff. Usually if you serve under them and they die, the crew has say on who takes ownership. But I mean, this is essentially gang violence. I don't think you'd have much pull, but you could definitely.
That definitely would have been something that I would have suggested while we're hanging out, resting.
Verathorn kind of laughs for a moment and goes, "You got high aspirations, first mate. I'll be sleeping with one eye open from now on, I think."
You don't do that already.
I do, all the time. I'm very prepared for anything. Fucking bird.
Just playing with a knife in between hands.
Do you try to go get that ship?
I wouldn't go alone. I would want.
If you prompt, I'd go with you.
I offered it up.
I'll say,
we
you
killed the
and
leader. How much
whoever-
worse could the first mate be?
You and
Says
whoever
the scary first mate.
wants to accompany, make your way to nearby in a different part of the marina, and you see a slightly bigger ship than the Blind Rage. You see it is the Coral Corpse, and
cool.
you see a lot of crew members on board, kind of just moving boxes as you walk up to it. There is one gentleman, a Goliath, a half giant, who is on the dock barking orders. He has a massive repeating clockwork gun tied to his back, just kind of slung over one shoulder. And he's just, "Move your ass, you slimy dog!" He sees all of you guys walk up. "Can I help you?"
Can I steal some of bits of corpse lady? I can't remember. Other
Want
captains.
some of the goo?
The goo.
Yeah, some of the goo. I'm gonna steal her belt buckle.
Oh, okay.
Identifiable.
Weapons.
And
You
her
took,
weapons.
you took all of her stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Identifiable
up to
pieces.
you.
Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
not meltable.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, hi there. We happened to run into your captain not too long ago, and
Clang, 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 clang.
we're kind of
Yep.
interested in what the plans are for her ship.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Hang on. You might want that from me a little bit.
Well, I'd say Bell rolls it because talking, but definitely advantage from you presence being terrifying.
I get a +9.
It'd be nice if I was rolling the correct dice.
Yes, that one.
If I can take a more forward stance, I will.
Okay.
The conversation mainly towards it.
Okay.
16.
16. He just kind of. Ah, so you killed the bitch. So you think you can just walk in and collect her ship too? Nah,
Handful of teeth?
I think this belongs to
One
me.
at a time.
One at a time.
I'll just...
roll an intimidation.
Okay.
Give me a little power.
Please, oh my god.
Did you roll garbage?
14.
14.
I rolled a 5.
He like
Plus 9.
instinctually, you know, like when you hand someone something, you just kind of instinctually reach out and grab it. He like gets a few teeth in his hand and just drops it as you just slowly drop the rest of them on the ground. Just oh. Look, I didn't like her either, but I got 30 guys here who aren't going to take too kindly to outsiders taking this ship. Now, terrifying as you might be, I'm not trying to get in any more fights right now. Obviously, she picked one that she couldn't finish. I'm not going to do the same. Consider me a non-unfriendly acquaintance. But you think you're taking this
That's
ship,
fine,
where am I
man.
going to have problems?
Minor illusion paper with the word contract at the top of it.
How so? What's he mean?
I'm not sure.
You know,
As
a little
long-
more to go off of there.
Minor illusion's hat. Meaning your first mate.
What's the
A contract for
what's our
fucking what?
captain's
That's a
name?
little vague.
Verathor. I
Make
want
a
to say
deal.
Vecna every time.
Oh, okay, if that's what you meant.
Yeah.
So,
We could cut Verathorn out of the deal. Use these guys.
Yes. Well, yes. But
Gold
he still
coins.
has the map. Actually, wait. Did they ever give him back the map? Because Olaf gave it to
We
the
have the
first
map.
mate in the bar.
I have.
How do you have to know?
I gave it?
He took it,
Oh,
and
he-
I got
he
it.
rolled-
That is true.
Did we ever give it? Oh! Holy
Well.
shit, no way!
I think we might be able to strike a deal if you'd be interested. We have a map to a very exciting location, and we feel our captain
I'm a catalyst for
maybe
bad shit. I'm gonna go pee.
cheating us out of the deal a little bit. 3 months at sea for 40 gold each isn't quite a livable wage.
Definitely not. That's what a baker makes.
And
You've been raiding, you should make twice as much.
given our talents, we think we could do better. If you would care to join us instead of him, I think we'd make a wonderful team together.
Make a persuasion check.
Now that I'm good at. Normal or
Does she
Just
have
just
advantage?
just
Or, like-
normal, because it's
21.
a lot. 21.
Oh,
Kind of scratches
oh.
his head for a moment and goes,
+2.
well, we're always looking for hirelings. Well, you know, all positions have been filled, but we always got room on the crew. And if you know where to go,
Well,
Is there one in the crow's nest right now?
it does sound to me like a captain position just opened up.
that would be mine. But we do split wages fair on this ship. I can guarantee you whatever we pick up along the way, you'll have equal share of. And you look up and you do see someone way up in the crow's nest.
I'm gonna start climbing up it.
You're just.
As you try to like move past him onto the ship, he's just like, "Hey,
We're
hold
not
on.
on the ship yet.
You're on the dock."
Oh shit! We're not.
What the fuck are you doing?
Excuse me.
Pardon me, my home.
He just stops you there. No deal has been signed yet.
Sorry, he's a little bit eager. He enjoys the crow's nest, believe it or not.
Well, I'm a bit eager as well, because if this deal's going to happen, it needs to go now. We were supposed to ship out today. We were waiting on Veer's dumbass to come back, but if she's not coming back, then we're just setting off.
Where were you headed initially?
Well, those bring in tides of fortune. I think we'll be following those threads. We were just going back out, campaigning, seeing what we could find. If you have a heading, then I have orders.
looks at the rest of the group to see if they're okay with being underlings to someone else.
It makes no difference to me. Leadership comes in many forms and doesn't require a title.
I like your style. So,
Yeah, I look up at this guy, which is weird for me. I'm like, yes, I think we could get along.
and he goes, well, in that case, pulls out of his pockets a quill and a notebook. He flips to a certain page, starts writing. After some time, turns it around and just hands the quill and paper around. And you see in like very nice calligraphy, almost like Declaration of Independence style, this whole contract of service for the Coral Corps. Basically just signing up to be part of the crew and signing up for equal share. And he signs up to you.
I think we'd be happy to join you. But if you are going to be taking the captain position and we have the destination, I think it's only fitting, for equality reasons, that I would be first mate here.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well, Kristoff's gonna shit his pants, but I think that for a one-time job like this, we can make some exceptions.
Perfect.
Deal?
Signs.
Brilliant.
One by one, all you sign.
Mm-hmm.
He takes it back,
Yeah.
puts it in his pockets. Welcome, crewmates of the Coral Corps. All right, we're pushing off. And he reaches down, he undoes one of the giant ropes, and just like giant ropes that are very heavy, and just Goliath one throws it back on deck. The plank is still up, but the boat has started to cast off slightly. He quickly moves up. All of you quickly follow him. The plank is pulled on, and very gently, the engine kicks in. The water churns, and you see the edges of the cove make way to the eastern expanse as you guys set sail with the Coral Corps. And that's where we'll end part 1 of the Clockwork Cove.
Yeah.
We will pick up there next time for part 2 of this 3-part adventure and see where the winds take us. But yeah, go ahead. You already stopped it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That was good. Good stuff.
Perfect. Good.
I hit it.
Nice being
Spitting.
fun.